It's Precious Metals. We're on live. I don't know if we've got anyone in with us yet. I don't think we have, actually.
We probably won't get anyone.
Don't say that, bro.
How are you doing, buddy?
I'm good, my friend. I'm good. I cannot moan.
Good.
I'm just trying to set it up on my computer so I can watch this at the same time. There we go. I got it.
Well, the interesting thing is like, I've got waiting for Cobrastacker. What's that then on my computer?
Can we get more volume on you?
Sorry, mate. I was talking down.
Ah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but very low.
Really low?
Yeah.
Is that any better?
Yeah, it's all right. I can hear you, but can you hear me clear?
I can hear you very clear, yeah.
Okay, so at the moment we have no viewers.
Hey, good. That's what we like.
Cobrastacker, LA. Shivar in the morning works for me.
Oh, definitely.
Well, over here it's not morning. It is 7:30 in the evening. And so we're going to wait for a few more people to jump in and then we'll start our little conversations. But Creative Precious Metals, how are you, bro? You haven't been too great lately.
No, mate. No, I'm okay, thank you. Hey, Mrs. Cobrastacker's there. Hiya.
Oh, my baby. And Stack Collector.
And the Stack Collector, yay.
All right, first thing, bro, have you got your whiskey there?
No, mate, I actually had a couple while I was cooking tea, and I thought I better not have any more, just in case I completely knacker up everything.
So, Stephen's joined us. Hello, brother, how you doing? The thing is, bro, I have got the barrel filled up. As you saw in the video, Mrs. Cobrastacker broke my blue label.
Yeah.
So you filled the barrel up. So I've decided that I'm going to pour myself a whiskey, and I was hoping to do that with you.
Oh, go for it, mate. Go on.
All right. And there it is. The beautiful barrel filled up by Mrs. Cobrastacker.
Hey, what's in it?
Blue label.
Oh, very nice too.
There we go. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy. Enjoy
that.
that.
Who else have we got? Stephen's in, Stack Collector's in, Chef Stacker LA. I don't know if we've spoken before, but if we haven't, then I apologise. Silver Punk, thank you for joining us. So we have Creative Precious Metals and myself tonight. And Creative Precious Metals, your conversations with me are very much like the Stack Collector's conversations with me. They can go all over the place.
They can indeed, buddy. I love watching you in the Stack Collector. It's great.
Well, our conversations today, I'll show you a little something that I've got set up here. 1 second.
Go on. Can I just say one thing?
Yeah, go.
If the Stack Collector, you're still watching, you'll be proud of me because I found. Come on, focus, please. At 50p, another 50. This is my second 50p, and I saw it and I thought of the Stack Collector would be proud if I keep that to one side. So here you go, Stack Collector. That's my second 50p, inspired by what you do on your channel. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, that's great. I have only one 50p, and that is the Star Wars one. So it doesn't really compete with yours because yours is a natural, normal 50p, and mine's a colorized one.
Yeah, but yours looks nicer than mine.
So I built a little wall out of those cases that I bought.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you said you would.
Hey?
You said you would.
I did, and I have built that little wall. And so I've also got a little something that came in literally 5 minutes before we went live, which is why we're a little bit late. It's my fault. And I'm going to show you it now. Should I show you now?
Go on then.
All right. This thing is a smoke machine for a nightclub.
Sorry.
Right now, I'm in this small little studio, and I'm putting on this smoke, and the whole room is filled with smoke now.
He's on
I've
fire.
worked out how to slow the smoke down, how to make it thicker, and all that lot. Oh, I forgot about that. Mrs. Cobrastacker has just seen it, and wow, more props, she says.
Sorry, I can't stop laughing.
I'm in trouble. Actually, she's gone off to work, and she goes. I mentioned before she goes away to work up and down the country because of her job. And I waited till she went until no, it literally turned up. It literally just turned up. But yeah, I'm really proud of it. But yeah, I do have to work it out a bit because it's very, very, very heavy on the smoke and the light, being that it's right next to everything. Now, I just want to ask you.
Sorry.
I was supposed to be having a conversation here, bro. Like, not just laughing. Why are you laughing?
This is like. Sorry. I am so
ask,
sorry.
Have you got a smoke machine?
Have I got one?
Yeah.
I've got my vape.
Let's have a look here. Let's have a look.
Oh, it's not going to be anywhere as good as yours.
No, but it's cheaper. Go on, where's the vape? Show us it.
There's my vape.
Oh, yeah. Have you done it? Because I'm watching it on the computer and obviously there's a lag. Hey, look at that.
It's definitely not as funny as yours, buddy. That is just. I am so sorry. That that is just really funny.
Every channel needs a smoke machine now. It won't be the same if they don't.
That is just ridiculously so funny. I'm so sorry, everybody, for my absolute collapse of laughter, but that was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. You never cease to amaze me, buddy. You take me back years, but it's fantastic, buddy.
Just have a normal setup, you know. All right, let's have a quick look at some of these messages. Stephen said, I bought something rather nice from the silver trade yesterday. I'll be getting it tomorrow. I can't wait to get my hands on it. Stephen, what is it? Stack Collector said, nice one, Stephen, but we still don't know what it is. Mrs. Cobrastacker, you need to start an OnlyFans channel with the red lights. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to do that. My total beautiful, sexy body is all yours, Mrs. Cobrastacker.
Yeah, Stevens put my smoke generators are called Benson and Hedges.
We've got Kimchi. Kimchi has joined us. Thank you. It's just a red light, and he's smoking a bong behind the scenes. Kimchi, you weren't supposed to tell everyone that. That was a secret. But you love the elephant. Thank you very much. That's hiding behind the wall of coins. That was picked up in Egypt, I believe. I can't remember. Mrs. Cobrastacker might be able. Oh no, I picked it up in India. Total lie. It was picked up in India. So there you go. So here we are. A bit more smoky, right?
Mate, you know,
every time you get on my nerves, right? I'm just going to put that on and make you laugh.
oh dear, yeah, be on permanently then, I'm sure. Mate, this is a really good insight to everybody that's actually watching us live, because this is how we are. We do have a bit of a play around when we're on.
Oh, we do, and we just chat.
For sure.
Cobrastacker says, "No, you bought it from me from India, and now you stole it."
There you go.
That's why it was on her dressing table. I saw it today on her dressing table, and I thought, "Oh, that'll make a nice prop." So I took it, but I didn't think I bought it for her.
Obviously you did, mate. Obviously you did. Who's got the 10 ounce Germania World coin?
That's picked up.
Ooh, very nice too.
Germania World Coin Fair round. Now that is very nice.
Oh, 100% it is.
Be in a good way jealous.
Mm.
So I've just made a video which I was going to release, but it would have been like 15 minutes before this went out, and I decided not to do that.
Right.
But it's really on the subject, bruv, of silver where it's going in price, and should we be bothering with silver? Is it worth stacking or is it worth collecting?
Whoa,
That's a big one.
There's a subject and a half, buddy. It's quite interesting actually, because I didn't realise Backyard Bullion had put a video out. Was it today or yesterday?
And what was that about?
Talking about gold and silver, and is it what it really is as it represents itself?
Okay.
And he'd done a bit of a talk on it, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. But then,
and where did he go with it?
He was just like looking at it over history, comparing it to the good old US dollar, and he was quoting, oh crikey, who was it? Warren Buffett.
Right.
And Warren Buffett in the early days didn't want to entertain getting involved with silver or gold. And as we all know, he was a big man for stocks and shares, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And, to be fair, Backyard Bullion was saying, if you look at history, look at the comparison, gold obviously has done better than silver, but neither of them have done better than stocks and shares over a long period of time. So that actually made me sit there and think a little bit, and lo and behold, you're bringing up the subject. So, really interesting.
But then the thing with gold, with stocks and all that sort of stuff, is that there is a big risk, depending on what stocks you go for, that you could lose it completely. Whereas with gold, are you there?
Yes, mate.
Oh, I just lost. Oh, it's all right.
Yeah, I'm still there.
But with gold, let's not say silver at the moment because I want to talk about that. But with gold, it tends to hold its value, if not go up. That's what's been so far. So if you did see within 20 years of 1974, it went up slightly and then it dropped after 20 years and then went up again and then hit the real highs. But with silver, I mean, we saw in 1974 or 71, it was about £2. And then 20 years later, it had gone up to £13. 20 years later, it went back down to £2. And when they say it's volatile, I mean, that is so volatile.
It is, mate. It is.
Why are we stacking silver? I'll answer the question in a minute. I just wanted to hear what you had to say first.
Why are we stacking silver? That's a really good. That's a really great question. I need to think about this one. Why are we stacking? Well, I can't talk for anyone else. Why am I stacking silver? Well, I'm looking at it as I'd rather spend my money on something that will hold some value than spending it on something that isn't going to hold any value whatsoever. So that's one of the reasons. Am I looking at making a fortune out of silver? Definitely not. If I'm lucky while I've got that stack of silver and it happens to go bananas price wise, then I've been very lucky at a certain period of time. But if I've got my head screwed on, looking at it historically, yeah, you might be lucky at a certain time, but I don't personally believe that that's going to be my total reliable retirement package, silver on its own, if that makes sense. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is the thing. If you look at Stephen's comment, he says gold and silver is a hedge against inflation. And this is something that I talked about in the video, which I'm going to release just after this. Well, yes, gold can be put as a hedge against inflation. But Stephen, is silver really a hedge against inflation? With the way the prices have been over the last 50 years, silver actually isn't a hedge against inflation. It doesn't keep up with inflation in any way, shape, or form. Inflation in the last year, 2 years has gone up, let's say 10%. Silver hasn't. So it's not a hedge against inflation. Gold, yes, you can see that it does work in that way and it does go up on average, they say 10% a year. But silver doesn't, not in any way, shape, or form. So what do you think about that, Stephen? Silver says, agreed, Stephen, better in metal than cash in my bank, in my view. And again, on that one, I would say, Yes, I agree. Until the interest rates just shot up. And right now, you could have a savings account which will pay you more interest than silver.
Can I just butt in there, mate?
Of course.
One of the things I've always looked at the statement gold and silver is a hedge against inflation. Now, I can't disagree that it is, but I can't agree with it either because it all depends what inflation rate is. If you've got inflation rate at 0% or a minus figure, which it was at a certain period of time, not too long ago, then if I'm making 2% on my silver stack a year, that's a good hedge against inflation. Now, if that inflation rate's at 10%, but we all know it's higher than that at the moment, then silver and at a push, gold isn't either. So I think inflation and the definition of inflation can be interpreted due to the way the market and the economy is at the time, really.
Yeah, I agree. But I think gold we can see more as a hedge against inflation than silver.
Yep.
And what we got, kimchi, pure silver, always going to be worth its weight in pure silver. Yes, but what is that worth? I mean, you're talking about, you've got to remember that the spot price of silver is based on the paper silver, which is 450 times roughly more than normal silver. And it all is based on that. So, yeah, it'll be worth its weight in pure silver. But if pure silver goes back down to £2, well, that's what you've got, £2 an ounce. Every cloud says, I see gold as a hedge against inflation and silver as a punt. I think that is probably the most accurate description I have heard of gold and silver.
Well, me, yeah. Well, for sure.
I really do. Gold is definitely can be a hedge against inflation. And silver is a punt because there is the potential for it to go up. But I think also there's this myth that it will go up, into the hundreds or the thousands.
Sure, mate, have I lost you? Where you gone? Oh, you're back.
No, I didn't go nowhere.
That's strange.
Okay, so I was just saying I was having a chat with Gold Digger Dave about this, and we said that basically if silver went into the hundreds, then every industry that uses silver is going to have to put their prices up because the price is going to go up for them as well. And remember, silver's in everything from cars to computers to radios to phones to clothes to medical equipment because of its antibacterial thing. So inflation would then hit the roof. So all the profit that you've made because silver's gone into the hundreds, you lose to inflation anyway because you'll have to use that money to buy things, which is going to cost you a lot more.
100%. It's really food for thought. It's powerful stuff, this, because it helps, well, I believe it helps me really ground myself on what I'm trying to do with my investments. And it makes me think more. And then if I can come to that conclusion of, like every cloud said, gold is more of a hedge against inflation and silver is a punt. Then if and that makes a lot of sense, then I can adjust my portfolio accordingly to make sure whatever I've got invested in silver is still at a punt risk level, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Not overbalanced.
I agree with his thing. Silver Punt says, yes, but I think inflation is higher than the interest rate. So does that make your savings lose money over the year? Is that right? Yes, that is correct, Silver Punt. So if inflation is higher than the interest rate, you're still losing a few percent. But at the moment, we've seen a dip in silver of over 10%. And you've got to remember when you're averaging it, let's say at £20 in dollars, that will be slightly different. So please excuse me for saying it in pounds. But it's been averaging say at £20 an ounce, and now has dropped to under 18. Losing 2% is the equivalent, or losing £2, sorry, is the equivalent of losing 10% of interest.
Yeah.
So either way, you've lost it in silver as well. But interest rates, bonds, all that sort of stuff will be giving you better yields now than what silver will. Silver is not making you any money at all. Kimchi says 5% a year at the bank. Take my money. I I think it's more than 5% in some savings accounts now, Kimchi. Silver buying power is what we need to figure in. I think what will you buying? Sorry, what will buy you more in the end? Well, yeah, buying power. If you have £100 in silver and £100 in money in the bank, it'll buy you the same if you cash it in right now. If you cash in that silver and got £100, it's going to buy you the same thing. And if you've got £100 now, you probably would have spent £120 to get it in the first place. So you've lost 20 quid. If pure silver goes down to £2, can I buy your stack? What do you reckon? Should I sell him my stack if it goes down to £2, CPM?
Yeah. Definitely. Right. Can I butt in there?
Hey?
Can I butt in?
Yeah.
So I'm reading all the comments, listening to you, and trying to think about the subject at the same time. So I think what I would always do is take this back to basics. I'm not an investment guy. What do I know? I don't know that much, but I know a little bit. And therefore, I would always try and break this down to a level of what's going on in my life, what I can observe, and what I witness, what I read, what I see people talk about, and obviously trust in a few people that they know what they're talking about. So one of the biggest things that I've really observed recently is lots of people go on about price, which is understandable. That's probably what we all think about money and how we can make money. But I think one thing that we do lose sight of is when we're talking about an economy that is just rapidly going downhill in purchasing power. When we look at currency, our currency, the pound, the dollar, wherever you live in the world. Unfortunately, if you're in Argentina or Yugoslavia at the moment, it's even worse. But everything's done in price. Now we say about, oh yeah, silver, gold, whatever investment we're doing will be worth this much, hopefully. But what we've got to look at, what's it worth this much in? A pound that's strong again, or a pound that's even weaker again? Because then you have to look at that as your investment down the line, because it's all right saying that silver will go up another 50% over the next 20 years. Or I'm just saying that hypothetically. But if the pound isn't strong enough in this country, if the pound isn't strong enough and inflation hasn't come down, has it gone up £50 in purchasing power in today's rate?
Yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying exactly. It's about what the purchasing rate is and what we're using. And then there's the whole question about if we start using another currency totally. Someone put, this is the whole point. It's, look, Stack Collector has turned around and says,
indices.
But for long-term investment, stocks are for short-term. Silver is more a hobby for me. And that's exactly right. It is a hobby. And for me, it has saved me from spending my money on, either, as I said before, cars, motorbikes, fun things and all that lot. And I'm putting it in there. And it's holding my wealth in that way. Is it fighting against inflation? Not at the moment. No. Could it in the future?
Oh, 100%. You're still there. You're still there, mate. Yeah. Yeah, you seem to fade in and out for some reason. I don't know why. I reckon it's that smoke machine.
Oh.
No, I'm just saying.
Am I fading in and out on conversation with everyone else?
Possibly. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it's fascinating because, like, if you got a piece of paper out, buddy, and actually said, okay, if all I was going to do was buy silver, and I want to retire on it, then I think we'd all be pretty amazed, really amazed on one, how much silver we will need, and two, how much we will have to rely on it to really exponentially go up. Would you not agree?
Yeah, I do. I think gold is the one where you can retire and say, okay, I'll put in an ounce or 2 ounces, cash it in every month, and that will keep me going. silver, can you imagine what you would need to hold to cash in to live off? It would be stupid. The amount of silver you'd have to hold.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just going to butt in there because I've just read Every Cloud's. That's amazing, actually, because he says, I agree with you, Silverpunk. Sorry. In fact, I'm thinking I probably made a mistake buying generic silver. Collectibles make more sense with silver in particular, I think. That's really interesting that Every Cloud said that, because whilst I was in my studio today, doing my bits and pieces over there, I was just like thinking on, just as you do. And I was thinking, because I'm becoming a little bit of a collector myself, and I was just thinking, I wonder if there is better value in investing in collectible silver than just the generic silver. And it's interesting that Every Cloud has just said that as well. It's really interesting.
You see, I don't know, bro. To tell the truth, I'm second thinking that, and this is the thing. We're all talking about it now, but yet everywhere you go, people are going, yeah, stack your silver and all that. But me thinking about it, no, I don't think the collectibles and the proof coins are doing very well at the moment. In fact, the proof coins right now are not selling for the price that you bought them for. They've lost value, and the reason is people are struggling. So yes, maybe in the future they may be worth something, but
Yeah.
in the same token, I've seen, for instance, Proof Britannias, which have come out. If you get a proof coin, Britannia now, it costs you about £100, let's say, right?
Yeah.
And if you flip it straight away because there's a limited amount of it, you could probably make some money. But if you held on to it for 5 or 6 years, you actually don't make money on it because there are so many extra Proof Britannias that have been put out there. And unless someone's doing a coin run, a date run on Proof Britannias, you're not going to sell it. So
can't argue that one.
Yes, I know with the Spider-Man one, it did go up beautifully. I've got one of them myself. And, you spent 20, 30, 40 quid, whatever it may have been, and they went up to 120, 150 plus. So for sure, there are some collectibles that will make it, but the majority won't. And so you may be grabbing loads of different things and you may find that people don't want them or they're not really moving. So more with the generic stuff, at least you're holding that value and it can go up. If I've got 1,000 ounces of Britannia, normal bullion Britannia, compared to £1,000 of proofs, I'll probably do better with the generic bullion, I think.
It's a tough one, isn't it? Because
it really is.
like anything, the same logic can be applied to anything that you buy, whether it's lovely antique plates, jewelry, watches. At the end of the day, if the money's not around or the buyers aren't around, it's all irrelevant. Totally irrelevant. It's totally irrelevant. And if there's not a currency that's worth, I mean, say for argument's sake, well, the flip side may be, I was just going to say for argument's sake, we was in Venezuela at the moment. I should think there's a lot of people in Venezuela would love to have my stack of silver at the moment. So in certain circumstances like that, we're lucky in this part of the world we live in, but in certain circumstances like that, then a stack of silver is probably quite useful.
Absolutely. And this is another thing I did say in the video, and I hope everyone has a look at it and gives me real honest opinions about it, that, look, in a world situation where the shit hits the fan, yes, absolutely, silver is going to be very useful. But is your proof silver going to be any more useful than that bullion silver?
Yeah. Absolutely, mate. Yeah.
It's going to be absolutely the same thing. It's going to be an ounce of silver.
Exactly. So,
right?
So there's what you're saying and what we're saying and what we're slowly coming to the conclusion for is there's definitely KW's here. Oh, you made it. Good man.
Who's here?
Yeah, KW.
Oh, nice one.
It's horses for courses, isn't it? It's got to be down to the circumstances of your country's economic circumstances. How does that affect the value of your purchasing power? And when you convert it, is there anyone or is there a demand to take that conversion to give you what you need from it? And there's so many different circumstances that, yeah, it's good. It's good if I'm in Venezuela at the moment, but I'm not. I'm in the UK. At the moment, when we have this sort of discussion for us at this period of time, it does make you think, is it the be all of what it's cracked up to be?
Well, this is it. And I mean, you've led me on to a different type of investment, which is Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Have a look at, and I put a little bit in. And I will keep. I still believe in silver in the way of I do believe it's important to have in your portfolio. Like we've always said, you should diversify and all this, but it's understanding why now.
Yeah.
And the more I look into things, and the more I looked into, and this actually came up because of a new stacker who posed a question to me,
Cool.
and it really made me think about the silver I've got and why I've got it and what it does and all the rest of it. And I've come to realise that yes, it is absolutely imperative that you have some silver for many different reasons. And there could be that thing where it does go up. Even if it doubled in value, I've doubled a lot of value, say. But having gold as well is essential. Having maybe Bitcoin or cryptocurrency is essential because things could go that way. Having stocks is essential. Having a savings of a separate amount, property or anything else. It is about diversifying your investments and where your money is.
Yeah. What was the question, buddy? You don't have to say who, but what was the question?
The question was, Cobrastacker, hand on heart, do you believe in silver?
Wow, really?
Right. And honestly, and he's a brand new stacker. He's only been stacking a month or so. And honestly, at the time, because he was talking to me on the phone and he was a bit, how do you say, not disgruntled, but a bit nervous, shall we say. And we all have thought about that type of thing, when we first started. And my immediate reaction was, I said, bro, I said, if you look at 3 or 4 videos back, I've done my full stack reveal and I have a fair quantity of silver. And I can therefore say, hand on heart, I believe in silver. But then I walked off from it and I thought about it a lot. I thought, actually, that is a very powerful question. Hand on heart, do you believe in silver? And so I had to question it. And now my honest answer is yes, I believe in silver. Yes, I believe it's very important. Do I believe in proofs? No. Do I believe in having all these special coins? No. I want them. I enjoy collecting them. And so I've got an amazing stack or collection and I love it. I will get rid of my proofs. I'm telling you now, I'm going to get rid of my proofs. I find that they are way over the value of silver to appreciate them. Whereas, let's say someone put down, who put down something about the Queen's Beast? Stephen said, Queen Beast, Lion of England is a great example. I paid £20 a pop for mine. They're now going at 70 or 80. And you're absolutely right, Stephen. The Queen's Beast was a great series to collect and has done immensely well. One, because of spot price, and two, because they're just fabulous coins. They're 2 ounces each in general, unless you bought the proofs at 1 ounce. But this is my point. With that, you're paying a little bit more, but you've got a real chance of making that money back. But with proofs, I don't know. I mean, yes, you can hit 1 or 2. We had Una on the line, which was absolutely fabulous and went absolutely mad. And you may be able to flip coins on a quick one with proofs to make some money. But long term, I don't actually have much faith in proofs. So that question triggered a lot of questions in my head, which was really good.
Go on then. What was take me through your thought process, buddy?
In what way?
After you was pondering on it and then come to that conclusion. How did you get there? What's triggered that?
Well, I looked at everything about it. So he said, do you believe in silver?
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, all right, well, let me go through all the things of what I believe in silver about. And then I went through those questions. And as I say, the Gold Digger Dave, he asked a question, or this guy asked a question on the silver forum. And Gold Digger Dave actually put all the cons of silver. And he said, it's not a hedge against inflation. It's not an investment. It's not this. It's not that. And I thought, all right, is it a hedge against inflation? I looked at the figures and I went, no, it ain't. Not in any way, shape, or form. So that was one blown out the window. Is it an investment? No, it's not an investment, because if you invest in something, you're hoping it gets value and you get your investment back plus a profit. Well, you're not as such. I mean, you may do, but it really changed the way I thought about silver. As in, yeah, look, it's a quick and easy and cheap way to save your money, let's say, and to stop you spending it. And for me, that is very useful indeed. It can generally hold its value, and it is holding its value at the moment. It went down a bit and it goes up a bit and all that. I'm not worried about that.
Sorry, mate. I've just read Lee's. Sorry, dude. I shouldn't interrupt you. I just read Lee's comment. He said, "Anyone want to swap my silver stack for a few sovereigns?" LOL.
You see, he's probably listening to this going, "Oh my god, I'm getting rid of silver. He wants to give me sovereigns." I'll tell you, Lee, I'll go the other way round. 1,592 ounces of silver, and I'll swap that for your sovereigns, or 1 ounce gold, or whatever gold you've got. Kimchi's absolutely right, though. It is an addictive way to save, and it really is. And
Yeah.
I have saved a lot of money compared to what I would have spent. And so there's a massive benefit in that way. And this is something I'm trying to teach my son. And to get someone on the ladder, a new stacker on the ladder, it's an absolutely brilliant way to do it. Stephen's put Gold Digger Dave is a gold guy. He has never liked silver. I've never made I've got a big thing in the way on any of my silver bullion. Yeah, Gold Digger Dave is a gold guy, but he does hold silver. It's not that he doesn't hold silver at all, bro. And as I say, we had a big conversation about it, and he says it's a hobby. He enjoys it, he likes it, but he's not fooled into thinking that it is something which it isn't. And that is the point, really, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. Without a doubt. Also, Mrs. CPM's just walked in the room. Can I help you, dear?
Hello, Mrs. CPM.
Cobra said hello.
Hello.
It's good to finally talk to you.
She's walked in with a pair of pants and they're not mine.
And
That's
socks.
interesting.
Okay.
That's
They're
right.
not mine either.
By the way, everyone, Mrs. CPM is very jealous of the friendship that myself and CPM have built up, because we're on the phone quite a bit, and she actually thinks that
See ya.
we're in a relationship now.
Yeah, absolutely. So she's gone now.
Ah.
It's an interesting thing that Stephen said, though, because he says, I've never made a loss on any of my silver bullion. Well, fair play, buddy. If that's
what I agree with, bro.
If that's the case, that's absolutely superb.
I agree with that. That silver bullion, you've got a good chance of not making a loss.
Yeah.
When you start getting into these proof coins and these extra special coins, that's where I think you can make errors, and that's probably where I've made some errors. Now I'll wait until the price goes back up. Don't get me wrong; I'm not going to start selling right now.
Yeah.
When the price is low, I'll wait till the price goes back up, and if I get what I have at least paid for my proofs, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah. Absolutely, mate.
Yeah. So Kimchi says, "Stunning coins, Cobra. Can we have a show and tell? Sorry, missed the start of the stream."
Yeah, can you just say goodbye to the stat collector, because he's off down to get some food.
What's that? Sorry, Rob?
The stat collector's off to get to the shop to grab some food, so he's just going.
Oh, wicked. Okay, well, stat collector, I'll have a doner kebab, large, with a bit of chili sauce.
Oh, laugh my pants off. So see you later, stat collector. Thanks for dropping in. That's really kind of you. It's really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, do you want to do a show and tell?
On the coins that I've got out,
yeah.
Kimchi's interested in having a look. Should I go through them quickly?
Yeah, go on then.
Right, let's have a look. Hang on, I've got to turn my mic and everything, so excuse if there's some major noises now. Okay, let's have a look at what we got. Okay. So, moving up here, we have a sovereign. I believe that's a shield back. And then moving down, we have a beautiful leopard. I absolutely love this coin. And there you go. That's a silver bullion coin, but it costs a little bit more because it's a little bit special. A bit like CPM, a little bit special.
Get out of it.
Sorry, bro. There we have, I believe it's an African elephant from the Wildlife series, 1 ounce gold. Now, this one is very special to me. That is my logo. That is the actual coin, which I took my logo off. They do it in gold as well. And I would like to get a gold one, but it's a little bit expensive. And I don't know if I want to spend that extra money on the gold. That one there is a 1/4 ounce something. I can't see it very well in my camera. Maybe you can tell me, CPM. Can you see it clearly enough or not?
No, I can't actually, to be fair.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, it's a Lion of England?
Yep, so that's a Tudor Beast, Lion of England, 1/4 ounce. That one there is, go on, CPM, that's your baby.
2022?
Not sure of the year, but it's a Pressburg Mint Kronos series.
Oh, mate, sorry, I was still looking. I was looking at the screen, and there was a delay. So I'm thinking, I'm still looking at the gold, and I'm thinking, what's that by baby? Yes. Oh, they're stunning, absolutely beautiful. Stunning coins. Yeah, absolutely stunning.
My favourite coin of all time is the Completer coin from the Queen's Beast, and that is a gold 1 ounce. And I love the way, again, as I said about these cases, look how that looks in that case, just floating.
That looks really cool, mate.
It's amazing. Anyway, and then tell me about that coin, CPM.
That is, I reckon, some dodgy guy made that and passed it off as some sort of lump of silver and sent it to you.
This was sent by CPM himself. This is the Durga coin, which is absolutely beautiful. The detail is stunning. I mean, the light isn't probably the best here at the moment for that. I didn't think I was going to go through the coins, but thank you for that, brother. This one here is the 1 ounce gold Britannia. So I've got a few of them from different years. Absolutely love it. And then we move over here, and that's the cipher coin from the Coronation in silver, 1 ounce. And there is the cipher coin gold 1 ounce, which is stunning. I love the design on this. Some people weren't too sure about it, but I absolutely love the design on these. So that's 1 ounce gold. This one I put in here really just because of the subject we were talking about. Now, 2022 prehistoric, what is the point of that? Probably would have paid a little bit extra for it. Would I have been better off having the Britannia bullion coin than paying the extra for that? Absolutely. Because I don't see me making that extra money back. But there you go. The 1/4 ounce gold Britannia, gold cipher coin. So this was only released for sale by Bullion by Post. Even the post office didn't have this. And I don't know if there's any left. They were limited as well. But the cipher coin was everywhere to buy. But the 1/4 ounce gold cipher, you could only buy from Bullion by Post. So I personally think if it's still available, you should probably grab one. This is the Pressburg Mint, and it is the Equilibrium coin, which is the yin yang, but using the robot's hand on the bottom and the human hand on top. And I think that is an absolutely phenomenal coin. Beautiful, beautiful design, and really linking AI with humanity, yin and yang, working together in opposite harmony. And then the Cogrand, and the reason I brought that out was I was having a conversation again with this new stacker. He had a load of Cogrands, and I said, look, Cogrands aren't worth nothing really, because I can literally go on the Silver Forum and buy 2 of them at spot price right now. Not a penny more than spot. £1,500 it was each for a 1 ounce Cougarand gold coin. So probably a great pickup in the way of pure gold value. But if you're ever looking for a premium on it, you're not going to have it. So there you go. That's the wall. And the wall is created out of acrylic frames that you can get from the Coin Collective. And if you put Cobra in the discount code, you get a 5% discount. There you go.
Cool beans. Cool beans. Thanks for doing that. Got a nice bit of feedback. Someone said, "Oh my God, sell me the elephant, please." So someone likes your elephant coin. kimchi, is it?
All right, email me, Kimchi. We'll have a chat about that.
And yeah, everyone likes a completer. Every cloud, never seen one in gold before. It does look stunning in that display. It does look absolutely stunning in gold, to be fair.
It has got to be my favourite coin of all time. A 1 ounce gold completer is just beautiful. James Real, not into BS, bullshit. Got to go. Love all of you. Keep stacking, not collecting. Okay, well, that's very kind of you to say it like that, James. Would appreciate a bit of decency, but that's fine. Crack on, my friend.
What does he mean by that?
That's the same one who made that comment before, bruv. You know, he's got a real way of saying things, and maybe me and James need to have a little private chat and, you know, see about how you say things to people.
That's really weird.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't like the fact that we're saying what we're saying about silver, but if you don't want to join in the conversation, then yeah, fair play. Off you go. You know,
That's
I'm
strange.
getting a bit sick of his comments, tell the
Keep
truth.
stacking, not collecting.
Not into bullshit is what I read there.
Not into BS. What else? Yeah, weird.
Yeah.
Oh well, never mind. If you don't like it, switch it off.
Yeah, exactly. Darth Stacker, thank you for joining us. Really, really welcome. Kimchi, complete a close-up. I did the close-up, Kimchi. I'll give you a quick close-up again. Hang on. There you go. So, there we go.
That's really cool. Right. Let's get back to what you was talking about. So silver. We've had a good discussion about that. And how can you wrap that one up? How'd you go forward with it, mate? It's interesting what you said about the Krugerrand. You know, you can get that at spot. So would that be a good buy? Well, it probably is, really, because hopefully spot will go up.
If you can pick it up at spot price, you're literally paying for the gold value in a coin, then yeah, it's a great pickup.
Yeah.
If you're looking at it for any other value, as in to have a premium that might increase, or you think a Krugerrand is going to be worth a lot of money,
yeah,
no, I don't see it. Whereas if I looked at, say, for example, a gold completed coin, I could say as they can become more scarce because people keep them in their collections, then in 10 years, the value of a completed coin could be quite a lot. So, yeah, it depends on which way you're looking at it. Personally, I've got a Krugerrand, gold Krugerrand, as you can see.
Yeah.
And if I can get them at exactly spot and spot is low enough, I'll probably get another couple.
Yeah, exactly. Would you say it works the same in the silver as well with a Krugerrand?
Say that again?
Do you get the same at near spot with a Krugerrand in silver?
Well, again, Krugerrands in silver, yeah. You'll see them going on the silver forums for £22 each, rather than say Britannia, which is £24 or £25. So still, again, they are closer to spot. They're not dead on spot with silver, but a slight premium, but not much, to tell the truth.
Yeah. So after your dilemma with your interaction with this person, and that made you think about what you're doing, what are you going to do going forward?
Thank you, Kimchi. Kimchi just said, Cobra, your mic is low and muffled. I appreciate you letting me know. Well, going forward, for sure, I'm going to keep 1,000 ounces of silver. I will try and narrow it down to being all bullion. I don't mind getting bullion series or bullion coins or bars that I enjoy. That to me is absolutely fine, paying the extra premium for it. I will potentially stop getting proof coins. I say that, but I do like the Star Wars collection, which is coming out. If a really nice one comes out, I might get it. But yeah, I think I'm going to stick on bullion. I'm going to keep 1,000 or around about that, and the rest I'll keep investing into gold and Bitcoin and other things.
Yeah, cool. That makes a bit of sense, because we always said when we was talking in the early days, from an investment point of view, I'm going to talk for myself. I always thought I would set a limit, a core limit, and get to my core limit, and then move on to something else. And then what's happened to me now is I've started to show an interest in collecting certain things for the pleasure of collecting them, and that makes a lot of sense to me. As long as I've got a fairly balanced portfolio with the way things are going economically in the world.
I absolutely agree. Look, as I said in the beginning, you've got, or I've said many times, sorry, you've got to have some enjoyment in what you're doing as well. And if I just stuck to Britannia's, I would get bored very easily. And so if I hit those limits, like as I say, originally it was 500 ounces I wanted, but then I think it was 100 ounces of silver I wanted. Then I went to 5, then I went to 1,000, and then I've just carried on. So if I bring it back down to 1,000, I think I'm in a good place with that. Gold, I want to bring up quite substantially in the amount I hold, and then other things as well. And then if I get some nice things that I enjoy in silver, well, there's no problem with that. Let's have a quick look at the messages. Cobrastacker obviously says hello and hello back. 7 stacks, thank you for joining us. A 1 ounce gold completer, I would love one. They are great, and I personally think if you can get one and you can afford to get one, grab them while they're still there, because I do believe that as people get them, they will always hold them because they're just beautiful coins. So we will see them dwindle and dwindle, and we won't see many of them coming up on the secondary market. Kimchi says you cannot beat a cook at about spot. Kimchi, I cannot disagree with that. A cook is a beautiful coin, and I know CPM, you love cooks as well.
I am, yeah. Get right into those now.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. So Kimchi, yeah, absolutely right. Cooks are beautiful. Cobrastacker says, I truly believe that pretty much anything bought at spot is a potentially good business. And
Yeah.
I agree with you.
100%.
Because you're buying the metal at the price of it, of what it is. And if someone wants a $2 grand, is willing to pay you even £50 more than spot because he wants $2 grand, you've made 50 quid. But definitely you're getting the value of the metal, so that's fine. Says Cobra, your mic is low. Muffled. Yes, I have adjusted that.
Read the next one.
Shrimpman says, is it normal to nurse a semi when watching this? Asking for a friend. Yes, please, Shrimpman, please let your friend know. Nursing a semi while watching gold and silver is absolutely normal human behaviour. Please don't feel embarrassed about this. Beautiful gold and silver can always give a real man a semi. Yeah. I'm hoping Mrs. Cobrastacker isn't watching at the moment. But Shrimpman, very good question. Very, very good question. Thank you for bringing that up. Silver Punk. That sounds good. What, holding a semi? Sorry. I'll read the full sentence. I apologise, Silver Punk. Silver Punk. CPM, you're right there, bro.
No, I can't talk.
Okay. Silver Punk says, that sounds good. If you like it, keep it. And don't worry about the ups and downs.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
When you actually put that in context of what Shrimpman just said, that sounds quite right. But yeah, I agree with you. If you're talking about gold and silver, if you're talking about Shrimpy's little comment, then I'm not making no comment about that. About it sounding good. Someone else like nursing their semi. It's not really what I want to think about too much. Enjoy your stack. Silver Punk says yes, definitely. Well done, Silver Punk, for clarifying that. Cobrastacker, exactly. Non disbantantum. Sounds like something out of Harry Potter. But yeah, I'll go with that. I'm sorry, bro. I'm no good at Latin. If you'd like to give me a translation on that, that would be much appreciated. Stephen says, I can sell you a very nice Star Wars collectible silver coin bar, Cobra. Rare as hens. Teeth, I think he means. Shameless sales pitch, LOL. Stephen, by all means, I think you've got on, what do you call it, Silver Forum, or email me. I will have a look. And you know what I'm like. If I like it and the price is right, I'll buy it off you. There's me saying I want to reduce it, but there you go. Shrimpman says that was about my explanation about nursing a semi. That's great. That's for your friend, obviously, Shrimpman. Appreciate that. Every Cloud says, I knew you were waiting for that one, CPM. Yeah. I'm a bit worried about CPM. He just had an operation. If he carries on laughing the way he's laughing, it's like doing further damage.
Oh no! I'm going to split the stitches.
He'll be in pain with a semi because he's been looking at gold. Cobrastacker just laughing his head off. He's got a blue head, so he must be a Smurf. Appreciate that. Cobrastacker, he. So I think this is just catching up with those comments about the semi again. Kimchi, totally changing the subject. I appreciate that, Kimchi. Thank you very much. I have a full P20 cooked 20th box set, 20 coins, obviously, beautiful case, and COA, etc. Now,
very nice.
See, we've already been saying we're not interested in proofs, but that's really perked up my thing because me and CPM have been looking at completing a date run of all the cooks, and that's very, very interesting and has made me very, very, very jealous.
Yeah, mate, they look so cool. It's the Kookaburra for me. Perth Mint is a really cool. If you like design, like finish, obviously I don't believe they get a problem with milk spotting. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the Kookaburra. For me, it's just beautiful. I love my nature, as you know. Anyone watches my channel, they know I like my nature. It's just a really nice coin, and it. Yeah, I don't know what to say about it. It's just one of those coins that I've just looked at and thought, if I was going to collect a collection and put it together, the Kookaburra is the one for me, for sure.
I agree. I mean, I think it just draws you straight away. Oh, you put one up on display, I've just noticed. Sorry.
Yeah, I've been putting them up. I've been changing them every now and then.
Sorry, I've been reading the messages, so I haven't even looked at the screen.
No, that's all right.
But the Kookaburra, it just draws you in. I haven't met a person yet who has said they don't like the cooks. Perth Mint do have a milk spotting problem very occasionally. It's not as bad as ours.
Do they?
The one who doesn't have it at all now is Canadian Mint.
All right.
They believe they've solved the problem, and it's a secret. They've kept it a secret of how they've done that. But it's very rare. I love the Perth Mint. In fact, it is my favourite mint. And I haven't seen any milk pots on from Perth Mint, but I have heard occasionally you do get them. But there you go. Taste is not a matter of discussion, translated from Latin. Thank you for that, Dar.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Something new every single day. Kimchi, not proofs, 20 years of history, reproduced in a special year's history box set in 2015.
Oh, nice.
Okay, Kimchi, if you want to sell it, talk to me. There's me going on about I'm going to cut my stack down to
exactly. Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it? It's absolutely nuts.
I really want, which is like that, and I'm like, yeah, I just want it. So yeah, Kimchi. I know one came up on the Silver Forum again, and I missed it. Did you buy it from there, or were you selling it on there? I don't know. Cobrastacker says, me, I really not am into anything with animals, but that's just me. Absolutely, Cobrastacker. Everyone, each to their own. You know, some people aren't into animals. I do love them, but the cooks are my favourite. I don't like the koalas. Don't like the koalas at all. I don't know. It's just I find them really boring. I mean, they're probably pretty boring in real life. So, yeah. What do you think of koalas, bro?
They're pretty cute. They're cute, mate. They're cute. Part of nature. They're lovely. I would like. It's really interesting. This looking at the comments, listening to you, obviously. It's one of my little bugbears about silver since I've been stacking and now collecting is how we're all drawn in very cleverly. The mint manufacturers are putting different designs, knowing that the majority of us will fall in love with certain things, and we can't stop buying them. And that's it annoys me because I'm one of those people that can't stop buying them. But this is when The real big thing is silver's no different to anything else, is it really? If we like something, we buy it. If we don't like it, we don't. There is a persona about it's a good hedge against inflation and it's a good investment. Well, yeah, it is in certain circumstances. It isn't in certain circumstances, but that's a part of life, isn't it? That's a part of whether you want. I've said it before earlier on. Whether you invest in watches, jewelry, this, that. Um, I think we just have to accept it is what it is, and I think we're all grown up enough to make those decisions. The hardest thing is when you, like for your experience, when someone says something to you, and then you really sit and think about it and think, ah, there's a good question there. Am I really doing it for what I really want to do it for? And
So, yeah,
that's the
right.
interesting observation.
Yeah, and I'm glad he posed that question to me. I really am. And
Yeah,
I think it was an absolutely brilliant question for a new stacker, and that's why I made the video that I made, because I thought it was amazing. Because I remember when I started stacking, collecting, whatever you want to call it, I said I'm just going to buy a certain amount of silver, and that was my thing. Um, but it is addictive, and anyone who tells me different, I swear down, you're lying to me. It is addictive. And then you see another thing and you like it, and you see another thing. And even now I'm saying, right, okay, I've pulled myself back in, I'm checking myself, I'm going to reduce my stack, I'm going to get rid of the things. Kimchi comes up and says, I've got a full Kookaburra 20th box set. And I'm like, just email me later, mate. I'll be interested in that.
yeah,
How easily you're drawn away from it again. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
From your goals and all that. But I enjoy getting silver. So I will narrow it down a bit, but I will also still grab it. So I know I will.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think we all will. Anyone that collects lovely, shiny, beautiful looking. That's down to what we like individually. Shiny pieces of silver. It's just a total um, immense of yeah. I'm going to spend money on it, and but it's really cool to question yourself every now and then because I think for me, in my journey, albeit it's been fairly short, I've had to sit there and go, "Whoa, hold on a minute! I really want this as a possibility to use for my retirement, and possibly to pass on as some sort of value to my children, and on and on and on." So it does just it's really useful just to sit there and just think about what you're really doing and is your investment process working for you.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and it is. We do say things like that. Oh, I want it for my retirement. I want it for this, and I want it for that. And you've got to sort of try and stick to that, but it's easy to get torn aside. Definitely.
Oh, it is, and
Darth Stacker says, "Me, I really not." Oh yeah, he said about the animals. Yeah, we've got that. But as you can imagine, I'll get Star Wars all day long. Yeah, Darth Stacker, I'm with you on that. And what CPM has just said is absolutely correct. The mints are very good at picking things that we are going to like. And if you go back a few years, when you went into a bullion store or anything like that, you would buy silver for weight, and it wouldn't matter what it looked like. And that was an actual fact. You could buy your silver and gold, and it would come in a bar, and it wouldn't be all made up nice and all the rest of it. It would be literally what it was. And then the mints clocked onto the fact that if they made designs, they were in competition with each other really to outdo the other mints. And so they started bringing out these designs and all that, and it just expanded from there. And even to the point where we turn around and say the raw mint is releasing way too much in one go, and we can't keep up. But
yeah,
he says, bought from the Silver Forum, guess how much if you dare? I think I know, Kimchi. And then he put the koalas think as much as the real thing. LOL. Yeah, I did see it, and I think it worked out. If I don't know, I'm trying to remember. I think it was about £28 an ounce with the box and everything else. I may be wrong. If I'm wrong, then it was 32. But either way, an absolutely great price for a box of all the cooks. And if you want to sell it, we can definitely talk about that. Darth Stacker says we are all slaves of silver. We just love it, even though, in my point, it's just a hedge against inflation, nothing else. But when you hold it in your hands, it's just, yeah, you're right. It is just, And Kimchi said, "You're muffled, Cobra," and I realised that, and I've just lifted my mic up. But I'm going to have to take my mic off and plug in my phone because the battery's running out, so we'll be on the phone one in a minute. Silverpunk says, shiny things must buy. Yeah, that's the trouble in it. I think me and CPM have both been in that, and we started looking at loads of different, what they call, bruv? Mints.
Oh, absolutely.
After going, have a look at this one, have a look at that, and then we just spent a load of money. So, yeah, the minute it's shiny, you're in trouble. Stephen, 7 years of stacking, and I'm still addicted. Yeah, I'm not surprised. It's really bad. Kimchi, the regular bullion cooks are brilliant, but difficult to backdate now unless you have deep pockets. The last 10 years are pretty doable. The 2016 is beautiful as ever. Yeah, I've got a 216. I've got some kilo ones as well, and some 10-ounce ones. But you're right, the older ones, maybe a bit harder. You can still get them. And Darth Stacker, I don't believe silver has any chance now to be an investment, as you are minus 20% at your buying point because of VAT in the UK. Yes, but Darth Stacker, if you go to somewhere like the Silver Forum, or you don't buy from a bullion dealer or from the Royal Mint, you don't pay the VAT. So secondary market on that one, and not off a business, and you get rid of that 20% straight off the bat.
Yeah, but he's got a massive point there. He's got a massive point. It's in this country, and probably some other countries, I don't know, but from the UK's point of view, it's almost as if the powers to be know this, and it's like, well, okay, we can get some easy money here. Loads of people are going to buy it. Loads of people are going to, buy all these designs and bits and pieces. We'll put that on it. Great way to earn money, which is fine. It's fair enough. But Jesus, man, are we not? You want to hide into nothing straight away.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And the thing is, they didn't put VAT on gold, did they?
Nope. Oh, wonder why.
So, because not that many people can buy it, so they weren't going to get so much off it, but they still wanted the gold to sell.
Exactly. Yeah. Boys club, mate.
Yeah.
But it's a good point. It for many of us, especially when you're starting off, it can be a bit confusing, because if you're just starting off and all you're hearing is, oh, it's a good investment, it's good this, good that, and then you hump around the bullion by posts and all the major stuff when you start looking on the internet, and then you're buying this, and you're like, in certain circumstances, you're paying sort of a tenner, 11, 12, 13 pounds over the odds of spot, and before you know it, you've probably bought, I don't know, 10 silver coins if you've gone another route type thing. So it's grossly unfair, in my opinion.
I agree. I agree with you totally. It is unfair, and it does. Darth Stacker was absolutely right. It does push it right out of the bracket. But as I said, there are alternatives. So it's really about looking for those alternatives and using them instead.
Yeah, for sure. So, mate, where do we go from here then?
Well, what have we been talking about a lot at the moment? It's back onto AI, really, isn't it?
Oh, mate, yeah, definitely. AI. And now, it's good because we often we often talk about the technology of AI. But what would be really fascinating is what are your thoughts on AI technology going forward and how that can affect silver and gold, stacking, economy, value of money, rather than just talking about how wonderful AI is or not. What's its implications to us as stackers? Is there any?
Well, I don't know how AI will affect gold and silver, apart from silver in the way of the more technology is, the more silver will be used to build that technology. And the more they use silver, the more in demand it is, the less of it there is. And in that way, it affects us. Gold, I don't know if AI will directly affect gold, to be honest. It's not as industrial. It is still used, but it's not as industrial. So I'm not really sure. But then it's more the CBDCs and crypto that we talk about really affecting gold and silver prices.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go a little bit wobbly on this one with you because many people, like, I'm no expert on this, but a lot of people are saying, "Oh, AI." It's the biggest fear with AI. The FUD out there is it's going to get rid of jobs and bits and pieces. Now, if you're getting rid of jobs, people haven't got as much money. So, if people haven't got as much money, how does that affect the economy? If that's affecting the economy, how does that affect the price of things? You can see where I'm going now, can't you?
I can.
Yeah. So if it's affecting the price of things because everything's getting more efficient, where does putting for maybe not the likes of me at my age, but for youngsters thinking, yeah, I'm going to stack silver, gold, even like and other, invest in other things. Is there going to be the money around to be able to enjoy the sort of things that I'm doing at the moment with my silver, gold, Bitcoin investment and bits and pieces? Do you with me?
I don't think. Look, I think if AI does lose 80% of jobs, is what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And it will create jobs as well, but it will lose 80% of jobs, which is why they were talking about a universal income. And I think if we go down the road of a universal income, that's going to be enough to survive on and live a normal life, let's say. Who's really going to want gold and silver? I don't know, bruv. It's just one of them really awkward ones, isn't it?
Yeah,
Are
it
you
is.
going to want gold and silver if we change our whole system that
Mhm.
you're not actually having to earn money because you're getting a universal income? Though
Yeah.
some people will earn it, but will they invest it in gold and silver? Especially when there's stuff like cryptos, like Bitcoin, which we've said is the electronic gold.
Yeah. It's an interesting one, isn't it? Because you can put it like, okay, if it, I mean, this is hypothetical speculation, but if that was to happen, people lose their jobs. Well, I don't know. AI comes in its greatest format years and years down the line. Um, Most people on what you're saying, that universal basic income, they can afford to live, but they can't afford the nice things in life, like collecting silver and gold and and bits and pieces that we enjoy. So, does that mean that gold and silver becomes more scarce? And in which case, historically, when we look at a commodity that becomes scarce, should go up in value? Or is there so much of it around, then it's and the demand drops, but there's still a load of it around? Does that affect or could that affect the price and make it go down?
Well, if the demand isn't there, I don't see it getting scarce. If the demand isn't there and it's not being used, as I say, silver will be getting scarce in the way of technology using it. So, yeah, that cost could go up. But gold in itself, I don't see it becoming scarce because of that reason. And if less people are buying it, then demand is lower, which means the price drops. Is that not
Hmm.
right?
In theory, yeah, as long as I don't know. It's a weird one, isn't it? It's an interesting thought process, and maybe I will not see it in my lifetime, but maybe my son might, or all of my children might. Maybe my grandson might. I don't know. In which case, hopefully, what I'm passing down to him or her or them will be of value. But it's such a big question. I think we are in such a really strange time at the moment where things are so up in the air, not just our financial situation, the currency situation, the economic situation globally, the quick changes of technology, how everything's changing so quickly. It's so up in the air and it's so difficult to know, am I doing the right thing? Am I not?
Well, you're right. Everything is changing at such a fast pace.
Mm.
And the way they're talking about AI now is in the next 2 years, we're going to see major changes. Not in the next 5, not in the next 10 or 20 years. In the next 2 years, we are going to see major changes. I mean, that in a way is a positive, but it's also a little bit scary because it is going to be so different. I need a favour, bro. I need you to read the messages because I've had to take the mic out. I can't sit by the computer and talk to you.
Okay.
But if we can back up a bit.
Yeah, some interesting stuff there, actually. Yes, Stephen, I've got my friends from over the pond to get my silver bullion. I get my friends from over the pond to get my silver bullion. Interesting. How does that work out, Stephen? Does that mean it's a bit cheaper on the other side of
I suppose if
the
you're
pond?
buying a quantity at a time, it might be.
Yeah.
If you're just buying little bits, then with postage and all that, probably not. But yeah, if you're buying a quantity, but then if you get it imported, you as long as they don't declare what it is, otherwise you pay tax when it lands.
Yeah. Cobrastacker said, I bought the 4 ducat coin. Is that right? From you on the silver forum. Thanks, by the way.
He bought that from me.
Yeah.
The 4 ducat. Yes. Thank you, Cobrastacker. I really appreciate that.
I hope he gave you a really good price, Cobrastacker.
Yeah, I gave him an absolutely brilliant price. He was looking for one, and I had one, and so I sold it to him. And yeah, absolutely brilliant.
Wicked. And then he said, AI and CBDC equals doom days. And I don't believe in conspiracies. So then gold and silver will definitely go higher and higher. Yeah, possibly not. That's my opinion. I'm not agreeing. I'm not disagreeing. It fascinates me. And it's really good because I've never done a live before. So it's really, I'm normally just watching or contributing in the comments. It's just it's great. Thank you very much, everyone, for saying what you believe in, because it's really cool from my point of view, because life isn't all about what I think; it's about what everyone thinks collectively.
But the only way we learn is if we take into account what everyone thinks, which is why James Real with his little comment was a bit stupid. But yeah, this is how it's critical thinking. It's about talking to each other and putting across different views and debating them out and seeing what is the most realistic thing about it. With your comment, Cobrastacker, about AI and CBDCs being doomed, I think myself and CPM did discuss this, and what we were saying was for people of my age and creative precious metals age, whatever happens, we're sort of pretty settled in our thing, and it may not affect us vastly. For the middle-aged people, 30, 40, I think it will be a major change and a major swap, which might be very hard for them to adjust to. For the young generation being born now, they will be born into a system which hopefully will be at a stage where they can just flow into it, if you know what I mean. They won't know any different. And when their fathers or grandfathers are telling them about back in the day, we didn't even have telephones and all that, they will be sitting there in absolute amazement about how we survived. So I don't know if it's doom so much. I think it's change. And I think change is always feared.
100% it is, without a doubt. Change is never good, although really it can be really good. Let me carry on reading. We've got Lax Rockets. I haven't recognised that name before, but Lax Rockets. He's from over the pond here, mate. How's it going? LOL. It's going okay, mate.
Lax Rockets, thank you very much for joining us. Really appreciate that. And if you're into your precious metals, please give us both a subscription and watch some of our videos. And welcome to the community.
Brilliant. And then we've got Kimchi, and they've put, forget crypto, etc. Everything digital could be gone overnight. Food, water, other essentials to just stay alive, then silver and then gold. Rush for your life. The price is still good. Fair enough.
Well, the thing is, me and you have had a few conversations about that, where I've turned around and said, look, a flick of the switch and we lose all internet, all cryptos, all everything. It's all gone. 100%. And then we're back to basics. And yes, I do get what you're saying there, bro. And To a certain extent, I agree. It's very easy in a world war situation for something like that to happen, or for major electronic infrastructures to be knocked out, which could cause severe problems.
Yeah.
But in the same token, what CPM has also taught me in a way is that if you don't go with it at the moment and nothing does happen to all that infrastructure and it all develops, well, you're sitting on your backside waiting for something to go wrong rather than embracing what's going right.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. I love everyone's opinion, and yeah, that's cool, and you know, I respect it totally. But I was just going to add and say the same thing. What if it doesn't?
Yeah.
What if it doesn't? And you could have just allocated that small amount into something that could be there. You don't, you know, you haven't got to throw throw the baby out with the bathwater, chuck everything at it. Yeah, but that's just me. But no, yeah, I totally respect anyone's opinion. It's
Oh
cool.
yeah, yeah, of course.
Steve,
But this is the discussion we're having. It's not.
absolutely, yeah. Stephen, technology has always had an effect on jobs right back to the Industrial Revolution, for sure. For sure.
Absolutely, that was a big thing back in those days where everyone was saying jobs are going to be affected and all that, but then new jobs are created at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The only thing I would add to that is maybe the fiscal side of our economy has probably not been under quite as much threat as back then. But
Yeah,
anyway,
the main change, I
yeah,
think, compared to
yeah,
normal.
exactly, yeah. And then Stackers put universal just a politic, dependence politic to tie you to the system. I presume you would own nothing and be happy. That's what my wife normally says to me.
I agree to a certain extent. I've been very dubious about this universal income, because if you don't allow people to earn higher or lower or whatever, there's no competition, there's no drive, and it worries me more on a mental health status of people, that without drive and without ambition and without anything like that, oh yeah, we all get this money. Are we? You know, on some states, people say, well, it leaves us open to be more creative and this, that, and the other, but AI is taking over creativity anyway. Um, what are we left with? What are we? What's the value of us, really?
Yeah, yeah, it's an interesting one. And then he put, but it will be just for you to survive, which is that's what they're maybe proposing, although they're not really saying that at the moment. And then obviously gold will be able to get you higher.
Yeah, but will
Hopefully.
gold have any value to people?
Well, this is the problem, isn't it? This is one of the. We all hope so. That's why we've got it.
Yeah, but if everyone's trading in CBDCs or crypto or whatever else, you know, gold has always, you know, we always say gold has been around for thousands of years. It's always been trading all that. Yes, but they didn't have the internet and they didn't have electronics the way we've got it, and they didn't have AI. This is all very, very, very new.
It's game
And
changing.
eh,
It's game changing.
it's massively game changing. And I'm not dumping on gold and silver, believe me, because I love the stuff. I absolutely
Absolutely.
love it, and I will keep grabbing it. But I'm being realistic in saying, just asking the questions, like, if we go into this world of electronics, AI, crypto, all that sort of stuff, will gold and silver really have a value? If everyone believes in the system and it doesn't break down straight away, will people stop buying gold and silver? And then maybe in the future, if it all went wrong, then yes, we would revert to gold and silver. But how long could that be? 100, 200 years, 50 years, 20 years? Who knows?
Yeah, I know. It's an interesting concept, isn't it?
Mm.
And one that we've been sitting in this, well, probably sitting in this bubble for the last 100 years. You know, and with gold and silver, well, gold especially, you know, dates right back. And silver to a degree, but it all had a meaning in the big picture. But now something else is coming along that is intertwined in this digital age. We didn't have a digital age 50 years ago, or it might have been there, but not really that apparent. And and it's just changed, isn't it? It's just changing, evolving really quickly. And I suppose from my point of view, I want a bit of it all just in case.
Yeah, I think cover your bets. You know, if you've got a bit of the electronic world and you've got a bit of the basic metal world, you are covering all sides of it, and I think that's very important to do, without a doubt.
Yeah. Anyway, Kimchi said, Darth Stacker, spot on, great comments. Yeah, they are great. They're all fantastic. All of these comments are absolutely brilliant because it's making us all sit there and think, hopefully. Well, it is me anyway. Darth Stacker, I was waiting for you to come back from Turkey to sell me that coin. That obviously means something to you.
Yeah, so that was about the. I think I was in Turkey at the time when he first inquired about the Ducat, and I said to him, "Look, I'm in Turkey at the moment, and when I come back, I'll look up what it cost me, and then I'll work it out with you." So yeah, poor guy had to wait until I got back from Turkey before
Yeah.
we got an answer to it.
Kimchi, gold will go up so high it'll drag up silver. The key point will be when, if to sell. Yeah, Kimchi. I hope it does. And I'm sure Cobra does because he's got a ton more than me. I really hope all this works out and it does what we all would love it to do. I just
There's
fear.
dangers with it as well. There's dangers with silver going up, as I said before, because of
Yeah,
industrial uses and inflation and all that lot.
yeah,
And I think, yeah, this is another very good point. A lot of stackers will turn around and say, "I'm never selling. I will never sell my stack."
yeah,
Well, I personally would. If the price went to the right amount, I know people say, "Well, what, you're going to swap it for fiat currency?" Well, if fiat currency is what we're using and that's what we're dealing with, or cryptocurrency is what we're dealing with, or CBDCs, and the price goes up to a good amount that it makes me comfortable for the rest of my life, and maybe I can pass something on to my kids, yeah, I'll sell, because everything that goes up can also go down.
Oh, 100%. And the only thing at the back of my mind, I totally agree with Darth Stacker's comments on gold, silver, Kimchi's comments. My only issue is the key point when we study those words. The key point will be when, if to sell.
Yeah,
The key point for me, like you just actually said, is what am I selling it for?
yeah, yeah,
What am I selling it for? Because if I'm going to sell it for something that is of no value to me whatsoever. Now, if someone was going to swap, say to me, okay, get rid of your, give me 300 ounces for a year's worth of no electricity bills, and it was in a time where electricity was one of the most luckiest things to have, then that's a no-brainer for me if I had value for it.
absolutely. I agree.
Yeah,
Everything is very dependent in it on everything else. It's
absolutely.
so easy to make flippant comments and just go, "Yeah, I'll never sell, or I will sell, or I will do this, or I won't do that."
Yeah.
But it depends on everything going on around you. There's no right or wrong answer,
Yeah,
really.
yeah. Now go back. If we was having this conversation 40 years ago, we wouldn't even be. It would be totally different. It'd be, of course, we'd sell. Yeah, we can't wait for it to go up higher because the bubble's good. The
Yeah,
bubble's good. There is no big change. There isn't any big things
yeah,
going on. There isn't a possibility of a CBDC. What the hell is a CBDC? You know,
yeah, yeah,
it's just money. It's money. You know, inflation's at a stupid, ridiculously low level. There's money being bounced around everywhere. We don't even talk about credit, do
no,
we?
no, that's right.
Credits are crazy. One of the biggest things that's going to probably collapse the system for all of us. You know.
Yeah,
Anyway, so that's my thoughts on that. And it's interesting because Darth Stacker said, I'm more worried about my son. He's 6. Yeah, I would be too. I'm worried about my kids, and they're like 27, 25, 21. I've got a grandchild at 2. You know, yeah, we all should be worried about them,
the thing
and
is,
do the
Darth
best.
Stacker, I'm with you on that. I've got a daughter who's 5 years old.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
worry about her schooling. I worry about all this wokeness and the rubbish that they come out with, and they're trying to teach our children.
Yeah,
I worry about the massive changes that are going to happen, and how the kids are going to cope with it, and how, I mean, the whole system will change.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want me to keep reading
Yeah, please.
comments?
Yeah,
Because there's loads of them, mate. There's
yeah.
loads,
Let's
loads
catch
of them.
up. Let's go.
It's really interesting. It's an interesting thing because, you know, for me, I'll say it again. It's so cool to hear people's fears, what they're worried about, and it duplicates the sort of things that I think about on a regular basis. So I know I'm not going nuts. Darth Stacker said, "I don't really believe in doom and gloom days, but I don't like AI CBDC, 15-minute cities, and things like that." Yeah, totally agree.
We don't know
It's
enough about it yet.
No, we don't. We don't.
And the trouble is, it's only information that's released to us slowly, slowly, slowly. I mean, AI has been going on for over 30 years.
Yeah.
And we're only finding out bits of it now.
Yeah.
So I agree with you, Darth Stacker. It is a frightening thing. And we don't know everything. And yeah, I don't know how it's going to be. But, you know, we have to work with it and find out what it is as much as we can.
Yeah.
Learn as much as we can and go with the flow.
Yeah. And then he put Darth Stacker again, bless him, or her. They're really putting in some great stuff. But gold and silver survived over any changes. It is historically proven already. Right. And again, that's a fantastic thing. My only little problem with it is I can turn around and say, well, I'm sure the Roman Empire thought that was the same until it collapsed and something went somewhere else.
Yeah, and Darth Stacker, this is what I was saying before. Yes, it has survived thousands of years, but it was going from culture to culture.
Yeah.
It was going through normal trading and all that sort of stuff with different civilizations being more powerful than the next or whatever. But it has never had to deal with the computerization of everything, including currency. And currency was never computerized before, whether it was in bartering, whether it was vegetables or tulips or whatever it may have been. Did you know that at one point, I think it was not sweet corn, there was something which was more valuable than gold? But now we're talking about electronics and CBDCs and cryptos. It takes us to a very different level. And so I don't think we can look at history and rely on that for the future at the moment in this subject.
Yeah, I would slightly push back on you, buddy, because I've just thought about it a little bit more, and gold and silver survived over change. Well, there is a good possibility gold and silver will survive, and I hope it does. And like all of us that collect stack, will all be hoping that it survives. The only thing that I would say is, in what format does it survive? That's the big question in my mind. How does it survive?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying it won't survive, but will it survive under the same and have the same historical value and provenness going into a digital age? They're the questions I want. I mean, I really do want it to survive, obviously, but
of course we all do.
They're the questions. It's going to be interesting, but like I always say to Cobrastacker, this is all out of my remit, and I'm not privy to sit on those boards to make those decisions. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Kimchi, gold might come in next year if the dollar has problems. I think the dollar's already got problems.
No, but I get what he's saying. I'll just comment on that quickly.
Absolutely, yeah.
So at the moment, they're holding the dollar up by interest rates. And so every time they increase the interest rates, it backs up the dollar a bit. Now, they will have to reverse soon with the interest rates. They will have to put it on a pause for a few months and then reverse it and start lowering it. And that is when they go back to printing. And they will print that dollar again.
Yeah.
The dollar will not collapse. It will not collapse because they will not allow it to. It's too established, too big for it to collapse. But yes, gold. My prediction on gold, short term, this is that it will drop over the next few months. It will either stay static or drop. I said this to you before, CPM, and then coming into next year, we'll see it start picking up and rising again. And maybe by March we might see a nice increase in it. But short term, that is my prediction. The rest of this year is going to be very static or on a downward trend towards the end of the year, and then we'll start seeing a pickup again?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I would like to add to the comment. Gold might come in next year if the dollar has problems. Now I know what is it a he, Kimchi, or she?
Not
Or
sure.
we don't know.
Kimchi.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from for that, and but in basic torment, and then you put got to have an exit. The way I personally look at it, the dollar is the burning cinema, and the cinema, if it's got 10 exits and I've got a piece of each exit, I've got a better chance of survival.
Yeah, agreed.
Does that make
Agreed.
sense? Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
Yeah.
You know, if gold is my only exit and everyone else in that room has got gold as their exit, it's going to be very jolly hard trying to get through that exit, all of us at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas
If everyone needs to sell,
exactly, yeah,
and they're all doing it at the same time, what happens to the price? There's
exactly,
an
yeah,
abundance of gold for sale.
yeah,
Maybe not so much demand. Price drops.
absolutely. So I'm not saying that that's going to happen, not happen, but this is what me and Cobra always talk about, and that's to keep our exit strategy as big as possible, and try and learn about everything that's going on to try and keep those exit strategies as big and wide and as variant as we can. So hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah.
Dark I don't think we need to turn back to gold and silver in 2087, for example. I do believe gold still will be worth like 50 or 70 digital pounds.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's fine.
Yeah, this is the other thing though. How much is, let's say, a dollar going to be worth? You know, let's say I have, I don't know, let's say I have £100,000 in my savings and everything all over the place, and then we have to convert it into a CBDC. What are they going to give me for that? How is that going to rack up value wise against everything out there that I'm buying? It's a really, I don't know. It does my head in a bit, to tell the truth.
Yeah, it can get very, very confusing, but this is why it's really important to just take a deep breath, not get too involved with too much FUD out there that's just selling certain things and certain ideas, and just take a deep breath and evaluate what the possibility will be. Yeah, I mean, in the digital era, I wouldn't be surprised if gold and silver is digitalized and tokenized in some format. It's all, there's all so many possibilities, Stephen, slight change of subject. I'm going to try and do a video on my Germania round tomorrow. You've really got my attention there.
Yeah, 100%.
My backdrop is not fully in place yet, but we'll give it a go. Well, I will definitely would love to watch that. The Germania rounds, I am so drawn to. It's another like little magpie piece for me. I'm fascinated by them, so it'd be really good to see it on a video and not in a image or picture that's normally shown on a mint. So yeah,
Absolutely.
I'd
By
love
the
to
way,
see
do
that.
we know what Stephen's channel is then?
I don't know. I presume
Stephen,
just.
can you please tell us what your channel is? Because I haven't got a channel called Stephen. So
I
if
would.
you're going to do a video on it,
I would imagine you just subscribe to Stephen.
well, let us know. Let us know on that one.
Yeah, I would imagine he's got his own channel and it's called Stephen. I don't know. I presume. Dostacker, the same fears around technologies were present right at the rise of industrial revolution. Yeah, absolutely. People were terrified, but gold and silver survived. Just saying, I might be wrong. But the thing is, you might be very right, Darth Stacker, and I really hope you are right. But I hope we're all right, and we've all got a piece of that pie, and we all do very well out of it.
What
But
I'd say, what I'd say on that one, Darth Stacker, is yes, the Industrial Revolution was one thing, but they weren't talking about changing currency. They weren't talking about universal income. They weren't talking about an electronic currency. And this is where my worry comes in. And again, like CPM said, I hope you're right. I really do hope you're right. And you know, as I say, I won't stop stacking or collecting or whatever you want to call it. I will be getting more gold and silver. But I have these questions because it's very different from the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah, the principle's probably the same. I get that, but the quick, rapid change is probably very different to back
It's the
in the
financial
industrial.
bit that gets me, bro. The electronic
Yeah,
financial bit that's changing.
absolutely. Yeah. I know. It's food for thought, and I'm loving this Cobrastacker. I really
Yeah.
am. There's some really good stuff being bounced around in the comments. It's really making me think. Future investments. Hi, buddy.
Hey.
Oh damn! I surprised live. How long you guys been on? 99 minutes.
Yeah.
We've been on for.
What's that? Hour and a half?
Yeah, hour and a half.
Yeah, just over.
Hour and 20 minutes, something like that. No.
Just over.
Yeah, hour and a half, yeah.
Yeah.
God, I'm no good at maths. Dark Pot, hi-fi. Oh, yeah, of course, yeah. I'm thinking hi-fi. I'm thinking back in the day of having a cassette recorder and a hi-fi. Kimchi, non-compliance, yeah, all that stuff. I'm not a number, definitely, but we are indirectly. We've only got to look at our social security number, and that's what we're measured by in everything. Stephen, I'm a free man. Yeah, well, I'm definitely up for that. We've all got to be a free man.
Are we really? Are we?
Yeah. Well, we are. And the longer,
yeah,
I would say so, mate. Because the longer we believe we're free, then the longer we can hopefully stay free. But
yeah, hang on,
mate.
As you say, push
no, don't. I know where you're going. I know where you're going. I really know where you're going.
Go on then.
Go on then.
Well, look, you can't say, yeah, we are free because the longer we believe, it's not about believing. We are not free. If we are paying taxes and we are working our asses off to give the government and then the 1% of really rich people the money, and we're the little slaves down there slaving away, you're not a free man. Everything you do and everything you buy and everything is taxed so that it goes to someone else. So we're not free. I said it before. The little man in the village out in an African jungle who's hunting his food and enjoying the company of his people and all that lot, that's a free man. Our society is not free. And, you know, I like the thought of it, don't get me wrong, but we ain't free. I'm sorry, I can't agree with it.
Yeah, but Cobra.
Yeah.
I don't think he overly put exactly what he meant by free man.
Okay. Well, if he didn't, then I apologize.
He was just saying, I'm a free man.
Okay.
In the context of, I'm a free man.
Okay. Well, Stephen, if that's not what you meant, then I sincerely apologise. But if it is what you meant, I'm a free man, as in I don't have to live by society's rules and all that lot, and I'm a free man, then yeah, I disagree. Yeah. But if that's not what you meant, then yeah, I agree.
Yeah, mate. It's important that we all try to hang on to that faith of being free. But you're right, mate. If we really look at how things are now, we're not really free. I think we're just about free to breathe every day.
Yeah.
But to be fair, we still enjoy the freedoms in this country that many don't in other parts of the world. So
absolutely,
I will say that, and I'm very pleased that I do experience that on every day of my life. So
I agree. We do have a lot of freedoms that others don't. We do have a lot of privileges that others don't, but we're not free. We still answer people as well.
Yeah, there's a couple of people replying to checking out Stephen tomorrow. That's going to be really cool. Stephen, please do that. That's going to be really great.
Has he said what his channel is, or?
I haven't seen that yet, other than unless he meant his channel is I'm a free man. I don't know, maybe.
No, if he meant that, and I've just probably gone into a little thing about freedom, then I am going to be shocked. Oh, please, let his channel be called I'm a Free Man.
That'd be really cool.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, Dark Stacker said, couldn't agree more, Cobra. It is different this time, and it is really. Future investments, brilliant. Great to see you both together, working well. Cheers, buddy. Thank you very much. Darth Stacker, we are free as long as I have the right not to agree with you. Absolutely.
Always, absolutely.
But we aren't free anymore, as the system just doesn't listen to us anymore. Well, I listen to you, and many of us in this community listen to each other, and I think that's worth hanging on to more than anything.
But I think one point you make there is absolutely true.
100%.
That everyone should have the right to disagree, and I think that's a problem with our society at the moment, where if you disagree with something, you're instantly called a bigot or a racist or a this or a that. And me and CPM disagree all the time.
Absolutely.
We will have 2-hour-long conversations on the phone, and we're bouncing ideas off each other, and we're learning because we disagree. And universities, Oxford and Cambridge universities, used to be the best places for debates and disagreeing so that you learn. So, yeah, I absolutely agree with you that we have the right to disagree and that should be respected and talked about.
100%, 100%. And you have a great fan from Kimchi because they said, "Preach it, Cobra, please." we need to speak out as we are slaves. Well, indirectly, he or she is not wrong.
Yeah, we are. And that is the truth of it.
It's really interesting. I'll never forget watching something slightly on subject. And from the day that we're born and we're given a name, we're given a birth certificate, we become a slave to the system.
Absolutely right. We're indoctrinated with what they teach us at school.
Yep.
We're not taught the right things. We're taught what they want us to learn. Yep. And we're told that to be a good member of society, we have to get a job and do this and pay taxes and do that. And that's what it is. That is our life. It's planned out in that way.
Yeah. Oh, the bell. The bell's on.
Oh, amazing.
Hello, the bell. Hello,
Welcome, the bell. It's always a pleasure to have you.
Absolutely. She's put, nope, breathing is tax for CO2 certificates. Yeah, that's for sure. Stephen says, "I'm not a number, I'm a free man," is a quote from a TV program from the 60s. Prisoner, mate. Yeah. That's standing on the beach.
Yeah.
I'm not a number, I'm a free man.
Oh my God. Brilliant.
Stephen,
sorry,
welcome.
You could have said that it was that, so I didn't have to go into my full-blown rant about freedom.
Don't worry. I kept you on the leash. Yeah, that's really cool. We're getting some right old people in here. We're all old gits together. Every cloud, I think the universal basic income and CBDCs will go hand in hand. Yeah, probably. It would then give an instant argument for restrictions. Yep. Such as a need for controlling inflation, which, to be fair, would be needed. Yep. I can't argue that.
No.
Don't know. We really don't know. It's an interesting concept that is really, it's just really interesting. Future investment. One person's you should all listen to is Future Investments. And he's put laugh. Yeah, absolutely, buddy. And he put, only joking. No, you're not. You're not joking. We should all listen to you. I love
Future Investments. The first opinion of yours I want to hear about is my new smoke machine, right? Which I'm playing with at the moment. I literally got it 5 minutes before we went live, and yeah, I'm really chuffed with it. I mean, I've got to learn to adjust it and all that. So yeah, I want to hear your opinions on that.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. And I love watching the channel. I love watching the younger guys doing their thing. I'm just really, really proud of them for doing it. And Cobra, can I just say, that looks so scary. It looks like a real snake.
I know. It's brilliant. Things are going to take another level with this smoke machine. As I say, it's right close at the moment. I've got to adjust things, but I think it's going to be really good.
And that's really cool. Every cloud said that's what makes it great to listen to, because you have a great and honest discussion. Oh, that's really kind of you to say that. That's what we try to achieve. You know, it's we have our ups and downs and bits and pieces, but at the end of the day, we're all trying to achieve the same thing. You know.
But I think every cloud's right. It's just honestly how we feel, and my opinion may change, and CPM's and any of yours may change, or it may stay the same. But it doesn't matter. We all have the right to have that honest opinion, and I love it. I love it that way.
Absolutely. Do you want me to carry on reading this?
Please, yeah, we got to catch up.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think I'm doing a fairly good job.
You are.
I've never read so much in my life. Future investments. In school, you're taught to become an employee, not the employer. Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. The hamster wheel for sure. As well as being taught to become a saver, not the investor. I'm breaking that mold. Well, you definitely are, dude. And I
Yeah.
wish you every bit of luck. And I learn a lot from your channel and a lot from your enthusiasm. And I'm pleased you're out there because it's encouraging and inspiring not only old gits like myself to understand how you guys are all thinking, but it's also encouraging the youngsters as well. So hats off to you, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Totally agree with that.
Daft Stacker, debt clock. Oh, don't go into the debt clock. I'm sure you've seen it. Yes, we have. It seems every newborn person in the UK is straight away in debt with almost 100 grand. It is scary.
Yeah, I've heard about it and I have seen it, but I can't remember much about it. Some time ago, I heard about that. Give me a little reminder on that.
Oh, mate, just type into Google US debt clock.
Yeah.
And it'll bring it up. It'll bring up the everything about the debt economy, how much income they're getting, how much they get from, how much their interest is. There's just so much on it. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
But
It's got the whole national debt in the trillions and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, mate, yeah, and it's clicking away like there's no tomorrow. And yeah, it's fascinating, absolutely fascinating, and it allows you to look at around the world. Not quite in the same detail. There might be there may be a UK debt clock. I don't know, but you can click on the UK and it's very basic what it tells you. But the US one is really interesting. But then it's going to be because it's the world reserve currency, isn't it? So yeah, that's a really good point. But it's scary when you actually see it for the first time and you look at it and you think, oh my God, what? How can this even not knowing too much, when you look at it, you think, how can this carry on? There's no way it can carry on. Absolutely no way it can carry on. LaBelle, have you ever watched Demolition Man? That's the Arnie film, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I think.
No, is it Arnie or Sylvester Stallone?
Demolition Man. Oh, it might be. Oh, yeah, it must be. There is a scene where Sylvester sits for dinner. It's definitely Sylvester Stallone, I presume.
All right.
With a guy wearing a robe and asks for salt, and is told that salt is unhealthy and therefore illegal. then they put. Oh, I think it's she, LaBelle, isn't it? Then she's put, the scene reminded me a lot of Klaus Schwab holding a speech in his robe. Yeah, absolutely. It's really interesting, isn't it? Right on comment spot on LaBelle and future investment. This is the very last comment at the moment. Thanks for the kind words. Loving the debates. You're absolutely welcome, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's so refreshing to see someone so young compared to us. You know, actually doing the right thing, because I mean, myself and CPM had a conversation about this earlier about young people and how, you know, no one's telling them anything. Like, we were told nothing when we were young. No. And to see someone who's found out stuff for himself and is learning and doing the right things, I'm so impressed. Future investments, honestly, bro, got a lot of time for you on that one.
Yeah, for sure. There are no more comments, so everyone's probably gone to bed.
No, we've still got 8 people watching, bro, just because they ain't commenting.
I know, mate.
We chat for a bit.
I need a cup of tea.
Oh, my God.
I've never spoke so much in my life. I'm normally telling you to shut up, aren't I?
All right, so we've got some more comments. Tough, bruv. You're still going.
Yeah, Daft Stacker. Hold on a minute. How old are you guys? I'm 58 years of age.
Well, Daft Stacker, you're with us, bro. You're one of us.
No. No, he didn't say how old he was or she was. I just said how old I am, 58, and Daft Stacker just laughed his head off.
And every cloud has just put listening. That's what CPM does. That's why he's not used to this.
Yeah.
Because normally he sits in the background, just listens.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
But saying that, I wanna tell everyone again. I was chatting to Gold Digger Dave. So just to let everyone know, we've been talking about the coin show, and apologies to people from other countries. I'm just going to briefly touch on this. We've got the coin show on the 2nd of September, and Gold Digger Dave said he is going down there and he's staying there for the weekend because he wants to get drunk, which means I probably will now get a hotel and go for a good drink afterwards with anyone who wants to join us. Now that I know there's going to be someone else there having a drink, I'm 100% up for that. I know CPM, you can't do that.
No, mate, I
You've got
can't on
something
this
important to
occasion.
do after that. So,
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. But if anyone else wants to join us, the coin show is in London on the 2nd of September. Myself, the Stack Collector, CPM, Gold Digger Dave, and I'm hoping Future Investments are all going to be there.
Yeah, is your lovely wife still going too?
Yes, yes.
All right.
She is.
That's cool. Right, okay. I'm going to go and put the kettle on it in a second, but I'm going to leave you with this. With your thoughts. Oh, what's your thoughts? This is from Future Investments. What are your thoughts on the 1 ounce gold Dragon Bar from Perth Mint? I actually saw that today, and I think it looks stunning.
Okay, you go and have a cup of tea, and I'm
be
going to chat
reviewing
about
and unboxing one soon. Other than that, I would like just to let you know that Backyard Bullions are on and just said hello to you.
Oh, Backyard Bullion, thank you so much for joining us. That is an absolute honour. So, first of all, I've got to say, a lot of my influence on first becoming a creator was because of Backyard Bullion, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure a lot of you watched a lot of his stuff before you did anything. And in fact, even in the stacking way, Backyard Bullion had a lot of influence on me. So, thank you so much for joining me. That means everything. As far as the Dragon Bar goes, Future Investments, I love the gold 1 ounce Dragon Bar. I have nearly got all of the silver 1 ounce Dragon Bars, and I would love to get all of the 1 ounce gold Dragon Bars. Now, obviously, that is going to cost a lot of money, but with the price of gold coming down, it may be something that I start doing, and I don't mind starting to pick it up. And if I can't get them all, I can't get them all. But yes, 100%. I think the gold 1 ounce Dragon Bars are immense, and I haven't got any of them yet. So I really look forward to your review of that one, Future Investments. And if it sort of gets lost in the post and finds its way to my house, I'll be really, really pleased. No, I'm joking about that. I'm joking about that. I need to plug in my mic so I can now read the messages because I had to unplug it because I was running out of battery on my phone. So I'm going to plug that in very quickly, and then I'll read these messages and carry on. One moment. There we go. That's plugged in. Right. Okay, so let's start from Backyard. But can you all hear me? Can someone just give me a quick response to say that you can hear me? Backyard Brilliant says, how's it going all? Thank you so much again for joining us. Cobrastacker says, hello, LaBelle. I think to get out of this mess, we'd all need to stack the useless ones in the government's. We'd all need to sack the useless ones in the government, jail, and corrupt ones, restructure education, and teach self-sustainability, financial competence. Listen, LaBelle, I absolutely agree. Unfortunately, the whole system of voting and democracy, to me, has gone out of the window. Because what are we voting for? We're voting for people who are serving themselves. Even in England, we have seen so many times how members of parliament are conning the system and doing stupid stuff and using up money. And even in councils and everywhere, the way they use money is ridiculous. And we are the slaves who pay for it all in taxes. Every cloud says, hello, Backyard Brilliant. Everyone knows Backyard Brilliant. Amazing. Cobrastacker. I got into stacking because of Backyard Brilliant as well. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, a massive influence. He's been with us for years compared to us. There's a lot of us new people out here, but Backyard Brilliant have been doing great videos. I saw his latest one, which was really, really interesting and good. Backyard Brilliant. If you get a chance, if you're still with us, look at when I post this, listen to the beginning bit because it was really relevant to what gold and silver is going to do compared with AI and the new monetary systems that may come in with CBDCs or with cryptocurrency. So Libel says responsibility, it will come down, it'll come up, sorry, I apologise. Responsibility, it'll up to our boomer generation to correct the situation. If we get change, otherwise the next generation will have to pick up the pieces. I don't know. I think the next generation, as in the newborns now, or even the under 10s now, will be born into a totally new system. And it's how that forms them, really. Backyard Brilliant, can't stay long, but saw you were live, so thought I would pop in. Backyard Brilliant again, thank you so much. Means everything to me, that really does. Stephen says, Salivate Metal was my influence, but that was a long time ago. Again, a great point. Salivate Metal, I actually watched his video yesterday or today. Myself and CPM both talked about it. Has been stacking for a long time, 30 years. And he pulled out a full gold stack reveal of 30 years worth of gold. And it was so impressive. Honestly, my mouth was watering as he was going through all the gold coins. I was looking at some of them going, oh my God, that's beautiful. Oh my God, that's beautiful. So if you haven't had a chance, go over to Salivate Metal and watch, I think it's his latest one, or if it ain't, it'll only be one or two behind, for a full gold stack reveal of 30 years of collecting. LaBelle says, yes, we can hear you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I've just reconnected my mic so I could read the messages. Kimchi, democracy in the UK and big laughy faces. Absolutely. Democracy has gone down the drain. People say we live in a democratic country and all the rest of it. But, who are we being led by? It doesn't matter which party you support. It's all the same to me. It's like it's all a big con now. They're not working for us. They're not working for us, the people. Not one of them. They're working for themselves, and that's a real pity. I can hear CPM's vape in the background, so I believe he's back in.
I was just watching, mate.
Yeah. Well, bro, your vape is a massive giveaway, but see, I got the smoke machine to hide it whether I was smoking.
I thought he's doing a good job.
Thank you very much. Well, I'm back on with the mic now until my battery goes again, and then I'll have to.
Okay, mate.
Darth Stacker says Salivate Metal is a big one as well. Very respected member of the stacking community. Yeah, Backyard Bullion, Salivate Metal. There are some really old school big ones out there, and they have influenced and taught people for a very long time. And the content, as I say, like with Backyard Brilliant's latest one about gold and silver, it's some good questions which are asked, which makes us all question ourselves and what we're doing. And I think that is so important that we actually watch these videos and not believe every creator out there, but question everything. Because if you don't question it, you're just going to be a sheep. You're just going to follow. And I don't think that's the right way to do things. Learn for yourself, but learn off the creators who are being honest and, know their stuff and have been around for a long time. I don't know how old Backyard Bullion is, but he's been around for a long time.
I've got a very quick question. I want to just slam into this. As some people have mentioned, some people that have been around 30 years, 20 years, stacking in a community, obviously got a lot of experience and bring a lot of their own experience through what they've done. There's a question. I'm going to use, hopefully Future Investment doesn't mind me using him. Do we see in the future, excuse the pun, we looking at the likes of people like Future Investment having been on YouTube for 30 years and people talking about, did you know about Future Investment? Do you watch Future Investment? He's been doing it for 30 years. Do you see that reality in like 20 years time,
Well,
25
as
years
long as
time? I'm not making that. I'm only using hopefully future investment. I use 365, all the younger guns in it at the moment that will hopefully be there for the next 20 or 30 years for the generations to come. I just wonder whether the storyline will be different.
I think it will, and I'll tell you why I say that. So I believe, and Backyard Bullion, please correct me if I'm wrong, I think Backyard Bullion has been doing YouTube since 2014, maybe a bit later than that. And again, please, if I'm wrong about that, do say so. But let's say Future Investments now is 26 years old, and
27. 27.
Okay, 27 years old. He started it now. And in 20 years, if he's still doing YouTube and still stacking, well, he's going to be doing YouTube for that 20 odd years
Yeah,
as well as stacking. And
or the
that's
equivalent.
because there's so much advice he'll be able to give to new creators of 20 years experience on YouTube, as well as whatever other technology comes out. I'm sure he'll jump on as well. And
Good
we'll all
point.
be involved for it.
Yeah, good point. It's going to be interesting, isn't it? I'm gutted that I'm a bit of an old sod because hopefully I'll see it. Well, might be when I'm dribbling somewhere. Um, but it's going to be fascinating. The change is going to be colossal, and it's going to be really fascinating to see what goes on.
Absolutely, and I think there's going to be massive changes. Darth Stacker, yep, Saturday Metal, we've done that. Kimchi, it's a big con. So glad so many are realizing it. Yeah, I mean, Kimchi, I think a lot of people are realizing it, but there's not much they can do about it, and that is the problem. It is a big con. The whole systems and everything are a big con, but as CPM has said, rightly so many times, we have to learn to live to the best we can within the system. We know it's wrong. We know things are wrong, but we have to learn to live with it to the best of our ability. Stephen said, "We are led by the WEF and the chills, who do their bidding like Khan." CPM, can you elaborate on that? Do you think?
Well, is the Khan? Is that the mayor of London, Sadiq Khan? Is that what he's referring to? Possibly, I don't know.
Sadiq Khan.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. WEF. Any ideas on that one?
It's the World Economic Forum.
Okay, we are led by the World Economic Forum and the chills, who are bidding like Khan. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure quite what you mean there, but yeah, if you can. NGMD has joined us, another great guy on the Silver Forum. So thank you very much for joining us. I'm sure you will jump in on the conversation as we go along. I was talking to Gold Digger Dave, NGMD, so I'll chat to you about that in a bit. Dale Stacker, stacking and collecting coins, especially collecting, is a dead industry, according to some people. But it's up to us to do something about that.
100%.
Yeah, I don't believe stacking is a dead industry. I think there are more and more stackers coming on board, and the stackers who are already here are carrying on. So collecting coins, I think, due to our situation or due to our conversation that we were having earlier, I think collecting is a thing that people are looking at. I think proofs and all that lot are definitely on a downward trend at the moment. That could just be a trend and they will go back up. But stacking and collecting, I think, is still there. And we've got young people coming on board all the time. So I don't believe it's dead. And I think to do something about it, we just get on this YouTube stuff, we talk about it, but we're honest about it. And I think that's the most important thing. Be honest. We're not trying to persuade people to do something. We're just giving our opinions and letting them know what the possible benefits and pitfalls can be with stacking and collecting. Libel, the comments won't change. They read, I wish I'd started earlier and not blasted all my money on whatever they thought I need. Yeah. My advice to all young ones, start slowly, but start. Do you know what? what you said there, LaBelle, is absolutely correct. How many times have I said, I wish I started earlier and not wasted my money on all the stuff? I honestly have wasted a lot of money. Look, no, I say I've wasted, but I have enjoyed my life as well. I've gone through hard times and good times and spent a lot of money, but I 100% wish I'd started earlier. And LaBelle, you're spot on. Start slowly, but definitely start. Every little coin or bar will help you. Yeah, absolutely right. NGMD says evening, welcome. Darth Stacker, I'll start a YouTube channel just for my son so he can learn about gold, silver, freedom, maybe a little investment history. It, it's up to it's up to him, I guess. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's your son, so you don't even have to start a YouTube channel. But if you do start a YouTube channel and it helps your son and other young people, that is absolutely brilliant. If you want to jump in and comment on any of these CPM, please do.
No, mate, I'd done so much talking a little while ago. It's quite nice to listen to you for a little while.
Okay, cool.
I'm really good, mate.
MD Dave, ha 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 ha. Hey, big fella. Yeah. So just briefly, I mentioned this just before you came on, NGMD. I was chatting on the phone to Gold Digger Dave, and he said about you coming down. He said he was going to stay overnight at the coin show, and that he wants to have a good drink. So I have also decided that I will be staying overnight in London, and anyone who wants to join us and have a good old drink, please do. The coin show is on the 2nd of September. It starts at 9:30 till 3:30. Then we'll probably go and get a little lunch or dinner, and then we will have a good drink, or even just a little snack, because if I have a dinner, I don't really want to drink that much afterwards. So NGMD, I hope to meet you there. I am really looking forward to that. Stephen, loads of new stackers now than when I started. Absolutely right. And I think that your bullion will be the one to tell us how many new creators there are, even in the last year. I mean, if you look at Future Investments, myself, CPM, Stack Collector, we've all started this year or just at the end of last year. Even 365, I think, is just about a year, maybe.
I think 8, 9 months, I think.
Yeah, so there's a lot of new stackers, there's a lot of new collectors, and there's a lot of new creators. Bro, where are we? NGMD, I'm only here for Dave to get his Guinness out and start singing. No one talked about singing. I'm maybe retracting my offer there. If he's going to sing, I'm wearing headphones. Darth Stacker, couldn't agree more, LaBelle. Yeah, LaBelle was absolutely right with that. Every cloud. I think the storyline will change every 5 to 10 years. Most UK public are unaware of stacking, as I was not too long ago. USA seems to be streets ahead in that regard. Every cloud, I absolutely agree. The USA is way ahead of us. They have coin stores everywhere you go. Well, everywhere. I'm not saying they're on every corner, but you know there are coin stores in states all over America, and the people there are much more into it. A lot of them because of world end type of situations, and you know they're stacking for those sort of reasons, but a lot for other reasons. And may they carry on strong. Massive influence in what I've watched as well with America, and yeah, keep going.
Can I just butt in there, mate?
Yes, go, bro.
I would just say the other thing that I love about the American way is the land of the free, isn't it? It's been known as the land of the free, and we've seen the institutions starting to corrode that away. And what I love about the core value of American people is they won't stand for it, or there's a core amount deep in there just won't stand for it, and they like their freedom, and they like to be able to trade freely. I'm sure most of them are law-abiding citizens. But when you start getting the heavy hand of government law getting bigger and bigger and bigger, you're getting a bit of a kickback. And I admire what they're trying, what they're trying to stand up for still, because otherwise it isn't the land of the free. It becomes like the UK, the land of the unfree.
I don't know. I think a lot of what we get over here, the influences come from America. Even the wokeness and all that sort of stuff has come from America, from the universities in America. So, yes, the people of our age probably kick back a lot more, but the younger generation are very easily influenced to the woke ideologies and all that sort of stuff, and a lot of it comes from America. So, I don't know, bro.
Yeah, but what? Sorry, I probably didn't put it across properly. There is that core value bred in there still, thankfully. To just you've got this, you've got the guns thing, you've got this right to arms, you've got the
Yeah,
Constitution, you've got the Constitution, which is slowly being sort of, it would appear, they're just like the system is picking away at it, trying to find a way around it, as though it's what you're saying, like with the wokeness and everything, it's picking away at those core beliefs, which I find absolutely fascinating, and a shame if they lose it, because once that goes, then yeah,
I
different
agree. I
different kettle of fish.
it would be a disaster if the constitution was broken up into feelings and all the rubbish that they're talking about.
Yeah,
But people are fighting back, and rightly so. Everyone has a right to an opinion, has a right to talk, has a right to their freedom of speech, and they need to hold on to that, and they need to fight for that, and so do we.
yeah, 100%. Do you want me to start reading these out again?
I'll give it another couple of minutes, and then I'll have a cigarette, and yeah, we'll sort it out. You
Okay, mate.
have a takeover. Stephen says, "You're all baby stackers to me." How long has Stephen been doing it?
Stephen said he was 54.
Okay, well then CPM is older, but Stephen might have been stacking longer, bro.
No, yeah, that's what I'm just saying. I was just saying. Yeah, he said he was 54, but I don't know how long he's been stacking for. I would imagine quite a while from some of the stuff he's been saying. How long have you been stacking for, Stephen?
Yeah. NGMD says Americans have guns to protect their shops, though. You're absolutely right. And myself and CPM did speak about this, that, if we were to have a shop over here, I mean, the security you'd need would be immense. And not only that, the youth and the gangs of today don't really care about your security. When that shop is open, if you've got a glass window, they will smash that glass window and they will grab the stuff, masked up, and they will go. And we haven't got guns to shoot them. So yeah, NGMD, I agree. Americans have a lot more at their arsenal to take care of their stuff. Libel says, there's already towns in the USA where you can pay with silver coins. Yep, and goldbacks. There are 3 states, I believe, at the moment in the USA where you can actually trade in goldbacks as well, which is a gold note it's made out of gold, thin gold, in a plastic sheeting, and they're trading with them. So yes, you're right. Darth Stacker, unfortunately, there is a bigger culture on the US with stacking. They still have a coin shop at every corner, not in the UK though. Shame. Yeah, I absolutely agree. I would love to see coin shops over here. I'd love to open one, to tell the truth. I really would. But as I say, security wise, yeah, that's a tough one to hold that much gold and silver on a high street or on a place like that. Cool, mate. You need some proper security and stuff around it. Every Cloud at Lebel. Yes, Yankee was the first channel to catch my eye. Love his videos with Tim. Is that Yankee Stacker? I think I've seen that channel.
Yes.
Stephen has been collecting for 7 years and he's 56, by the way. Look, you should have stuck at 54. Wow. We were giving you the benefit of 2 years.
Absolutely.
Did we find out Stephen had his own channel, which he's going to show his video on or not?
I haven't seen anything, mate.
Stephen, are you going to tell us about whether you've got a channel that we can watch the video of the Germania Mint 10-ounce bar or coin or whatever?
Silver round.
Yeah, silver round. Dale Stacker, exactly. 3 states have goldbacks and silver as legal tender. And that's amazing. That is because they are worried about the dollar over there, and the goldbacks is a lovely little system. I love the goldbacks, though we're paying a massive price for them at the moment. Massive premiums on them for what they are, but they are beautiful. Okay, you can take over.
Well, I'm just about to say, mate, I'm going to have to wrap it up at 10.
Oh, what time is it now?
It's
that's
5 to 10. 5 to 10.
Wow.
Yes, mate. Where's that gone? 2 hours.
Okay.
Crazy. Yeah, I've got to, because where I'm talking is directly. I've got your problem that you had. Where I'm talking, I'm directly below the bedroom.
Aha.
Yes.
And the missus is getting upset with you.
And she's just put her head around the door and give me that look to say, shut up. I won't say what she probably really means.
And
I'm going to bed.
A lot of us out there know exactly what that look means.
Absolutely.
Well, if you need to jump off, you do that, bro. I'm happy to carry on for another half hour or so if everyone wants to carry on.
Yeah.
But if people are ready to call it, then I will wrap it up. So give me a quick mention in the comments if you want to carry on for another half hour just with me here, or would you want to wrap it up? Let me know.
But I will say, this has been my first live. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Can I just say thank you, everybody, for contributing in the conversation, in the live comment part of it, in the chat. For me, it's been fascinating, absolutely fascinating. It's lovely to see everybody, everybody just sharing their views, because it does make me think. And I think if it makes us all think, then hopefully we can definitely all make the right decisions of what we're trying to achieve. So yeah, I really thank you for that a lot.
You're spot on there, CPM. It's really nice when everyone comments as well, because it keeps the conversation flowing, which is great. And we don't just go onto a tangent all the time of aliens and everything else.
Yes.
which takes us well away from precious metals. So Stephen says, carry on. Okay, I'll carry on. Cobrastacker says, he had the look from the missus about 30 minutes ago. He goes, I'm done for the day. That's brilliant. We all know that look. LaBelle doesn't. LaBelle, you don't know that look that men take from a woman, where we know enough is enough. But she's put, YouTube may have auto-deleted a comment of mine. Okay, I'll try this. On the channel of Benjamin A. Boys, there is a video with XI Van Fleet, or Z Van Fleet, who tells exactly what is going on. Okay, that is very interesting, LaBelle. I'd be very interested in watching that, LaBelle. So if you wouldn't mind, if there's a way you can give me a link at my email on any of my videos, my email is in the description. Every Cloud, great job with the live, guys. Really great chat. Thanks. I hope that doesn't mean that you're going, Every Cloud, but if you are, then thank you very much. Kimchi, enjoying this, so happy either way. Great job, CPM. All right, well, I'll stick around for a bit anyway.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Kimchi says, carry on. NGMD, question. One coin you wish you had bought but missed. Oh. All right, CPM, you got to answer that one first before you go.
One coin you wished you had but missed. Oh, wow. Whoa. Probably the Queen 2023 Gold Britannia.
Yeah, but you can still get that, bro.
Yeah, but that wasn't the question. Yeah, I'm going now, don't worry.
Okay.
But that wasn't the question. The question was one coin you wished you had bought but missed, and that was the one I should have bought, but I missed it.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, you will get one of them. I'm sure you will.
Oh yeah, I know. I nearly bit the bullet the other day, but I'm just waiting for gold price to come down, because it looks like it's going to come down a little bit more. Anyway, guys, I have got to go before I get a gun stuck up my backside and get shot. So I'm going to go. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump on the TV and watch it in the spare room out the way. So.
Brilliant.
I'll be back on the chat. So thank you very much, everybody. Really enjoyed it. Look after yourselves, and Cobra will catch up soon.
Brilliant. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
Cheers, guys. See you later. Take care.
Okay, so carrying on then. So NGMD, one coin that I wish I had bought but missed. Well, For me, it's got to be the Queen's Beast. I came after, or I started stacking and collecting after the Queen's Beast had been fully released. Now, I got the 2-ounce full set. I got the completers in 1 kilo silver, 10-ounce silver, and in the gold. But I am in the middle of trying to collect every gold 1 ounce, and I have 6 of them so far, or 7 if you include the completer. So I am still trying to catch up with them at the moment. So yeah, that's what I want. I want all the gold Queen's Beasts. Libel has put the title up of the video, From Maoist China to Wake America. Now, I will 100% watch that, Libel. Thank you very much indeed. Cobrastacker, great chat, guys. See you next time. Good night, everyone. Cobrastacker, thank you so much, bro, for joining us. I really, really appreciate that. I am going to carry on for a bit if you want to stick around, just in case you thought we were closing it down. But I'm going to be here for a little bit, probably until my battery runs out on the phone, which I have charged a bit, so we'll see how long that loss. If not, thank you very much, Cobrastacker. It really is appreciated. Stephen, I've told you my channel name 4 times is a message not being posted. No, Stephen, it's not being posted. I can't see it at all. Can anyone else see it? Has anyone else seen it? No, I have no idea what your channel is, bro. So please, either email me, whatever, put it on there again, try and do it in a weird mucked up way so it isn't stopped by YouTube if that's what it is. But yeah, I still don't know what your channel is. Every Cloud, I'm interested in hearing more about the chain of coin shops you're going to open across the UK, please. Every Cloud, I swear to you, honestly, I really, really, really would love to open a coin shop. But I just think security wise, it would be an absolute nightmare. I don't know. I mean, you've got like Indian jewelers have a really good system, double door entry, cameras, alarms, the whole lot. I suppose it can be done. I don't know. I've got to think about it. Stephen, I'm confused. Yes, so am I, bro. Yeah, I really want to know what your channel is. I hope I'm watching it already, to tell the truth. But if I'm not, I need to know what the hell it is so I can watch. Labelle. Oh, it won't be a gun. It will be the chili pepper dispenser. Okay. Confused what message that's on that you're replying to. It won't be a gun. It will be a chili pepper dispenser. Okay. Future investments. Take care, CPM. Love this. Still watching for a little longer. Our future investments. Wicked. I'm really glad you're with us. Now I want some comments for you to steer the conversation in whatever direction you want it to go. Every Cloud, cheers CPM, with a nice glass of whiskey there. I'm actually drinking a whiskey today. I don't know if all of you saw it, but I had my barrel and the lovely bottle of Chivas up there. And so I've been pouring myself cheeky little whiskies and drinking that at the same time. So, the Queen's Beast would be a video series. Well, I did do a video on the Queen's Beast back in the day when I started. I may do another one because I didn't have that many people following and subscribed at that time, so I didn't get a lot of views. I was quite gutted because I absolutely love it, but I thought just no one was interested. And then Stephen's put, my channel is my name. Okay. So ST3V3N. That's what I'm going to type in. That's what I'm going to look for. And if I haven't found it by the next time I get on one of these, we're going to have a chat. I need to catch up with what you've got. NGMD, want to go halves on a shop? You do security. NGMD, let's link up at the coin show. Let's link up and have a chat. Let me meet you. I really do want to open a shop, a coin shop. I really do. Advertise it properly, get it out there, people coming to visit and all that. I mean, you've got shards and all that lot, I suppose, but they're not coin shops like the American ones. They're bullion dealers. I suppose that's the same thing, really. But yeah, let's link up at the coin show and let's just meet each other and have a chat. Libelle, Cobra, I sent you a link to the video to your email. Libelle, thank you very much. I really am interested in that, and I'll have a good watch of that. So that is a full description of what's really going on in the world. That's a video that Libelle has sent me. Every cloud, is the barrel full? Looks like it can hold a bit. Yeah, if every cloud, I did a video, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 back, and it's something. It says something like, "Mrs. Cobrastacker has an apology to make," and if you watch that at the end of it, you'll see what she did to a bottle of Blue Label whiskey which I had, and it is hilarious. So watch that, and then that Blue Label got put into the barrel, and that's what I'm drinking now. A nice bit of smooth Blue Label. Lebel says the Douglas coin is stunning. I had mine already before you did the review. It is stunning. Yeah, Lebel, it is a gorgeous, gorgeous coin. That was sent to me by CPM, and I'm very, very thankful. There's 2 reasons. One, that some of you didn't know. Someone asked me the other day, "Oh, do you have Indian heritage in you because you pronounce the names of the Indian gods really well?" Yeah, I'm a Sikh. Born in England, British, but I am a Sikh by birth. And therefore, the Sikhs were actually made from the Hindus. We were the warriors of India. And so, yes, I can pronounce the names very well. And that is why CPM contacted me and said, "Look, I'm getting one of these and I'm sending you one." And I thought that was absolutely immense. It meant a lot to me. And that is one of my prized coins now. I really do like it. Douglas, nice. I have a bottle of that here. Great. We'll pour a glass and join me in having a whiskey. So there, I'm at the end of the messages at the moment, which is great because, yeah, that was getting hard to read them all out. But there are so many subjects that we could go through and we could chat about. So if anyone wants to pull up a subject, doesn't have to be about precious metals, but if there's a general consensus of a subject, then we can start having a little chat about that. So let's see where that goes. I'm going to change the view on the camera, and I'm going to hit the smoke machine a few more times and make a few fiery flashes, I hope. There you go, guys. How's that for you? Anyway, Lebel says, very strange about the Durga. My mother was from East Prussia, Kaliningrad today, and she had this saying, she shouted murder and Durga. No idea how Durga made it. Well, you have to remember that the Indian system and Sanskrit being one of the oldest languages of India was also a major influence across the world. And also realize that what they called the metal workers were gypsies, and gypsies traveled. They were travelers, and they traveled across the world. So Sanskrit was spread. The religion was spread in certain ways to certain areas. China holds a lot of it. Going up into the Himalayas holds a lot of the Indian culture, and so languages even took on parts of Sanskrit, being one of the oldest languages. And even in the English language, we can still find some Sanskrit words. So, yeah, I mean, it's spread all over the place. Douglas says, haha, 5 a.m. after the night shift. More drink, one more drink than bed. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Cobra, what are your pronouns? I wet myself even. Bro, listen, man, let's not even, please don't do that pronouns. Listen, I am a he, him, male, masculine, whatever way you want to say male, right? That's what I'm not a cis male. I'm none of that rubbish. I'm a straight man, right? There are no pronouns. I have no interest in pronouns. I don't care. There is only 2 sexes, male and female, and I will seriously sit here and argue the fact with anyone. I'm not even playing. People talk about their truth. Well, that's my truth, and that's your truth. No, there is one truth, and that is the truth. So, yeah, I don't even know in GMD why you said that. Why have you put me on that? You know it winds me up. pronouns, please. Yeah, big laughy faces in a row there. Yeah, you know exactly what you were going to do by asking me that question. Don't the gypsies originate from India? Some war where one part lost everything, including their land. Yes, the gypsies do originate from India, and they travelled. They were metal workers. They actually worked with metal, which is very interesting with what we deal with ourselves in our precious metals. But they were metal workers. I'm not sure about the bit where some war where one part lost everything, including their land. Well, India was a load of states run by kings, and there were many wars, and many parts lost their lands to other kingdoms. So that was an ongoing thing for hundreds of years. In fact, the way the British got into India was because of a war between two lands, which they helped one side and then got into India with the, what was it called? East India Dock Company. So yeah, there you go. LaBelle says at NGMD, I have the perfect reply to these people. This morning I decided to be invisible. That makes me a transparent, and my pronouns for you are F and off. I absolutely love that. Stephen says, are we going woke in here? LOL. Oh, mate, I am not going woke at all. I swear I will argue the toss about this one all night long. I don't really care. I don't care about their feelings. I don't care about none of it. Yeah, I'm not playing that game. So, NGMD, like it, LaBelle. I know, he goes mad. Oh, mate. I do go mad. I do go mad. I don't know if you guys can still hear me because it says chat disconnected. Please wait while we try and reconnect. So I'm hoping. Can someone just give me a quick message now saying yes, I can hear you, or something to that effect, and tell me your pronouns, and then I know I'm still going. Anyone? No? Cut off? Am I done? I think I'm done. What? Okay. Hello? Is anybody there? Have I lost you all? Oh, someone has put, yes, we can hear you. Still here. Grand hair yon. I'm a bloke. Grand hair yon. What? Don't even know what that means. Okay, good. So we are still going. I thought I totally lost you guys. If I do lose you, it's because the battery's run out on the phone. So we're just going to carry on until it runs out. But thank you guys for giving me all the messages. Lee says, may I say, Mrs. Cobrastacker is super fine. Any advice on pulling the ladies? I appreciate your comment. She is super fine, but she's mine. So any advice on pulling the ladies? No, just be a man. Again, we'll go on to this thing of the pronouns and all that lot. They're trying to demasculinize men. And yet a woman will always turn around and say, I don't want a feminine man, I want a masculine man. But then they say it's toxic masculinity. So be a man, take care of your woman, love your woman, listen to your woman, but also take charge. And yeah, you know, I don't know. I'm a very lucky man. I have got an amazing woman, and yes, she's very good looking, but she's a lot more than that, Lee. She takes care of me. So what can I say? Yeah, let's go down. Where are we going? LaBelle. The problem with these wokies is that a lot of them now have changed their minds, bits chopped off and stuff, and who has to catch this financially? All of us. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we do have to pick it up financially. But the problem is they're chopping bits off and doing their bits and pieces, and then they're realizing a few years later that was all a big error, and yeah, it was all a big error and they never should have done it. And now they're teaching the kids at school that they can be a man or they can be a boy if they're a girl and they can be a girl if they're a boy. And all they're going to do is cause a generation to be lost in their sexuality and highly confused. And I don't like that at all. Um, Stephen says, be yourself and never lie. Absolutely, Stephen, you're 100% right. That is one of my biggest things is I don't lie to Mrs. Cobrastacker about anything. It's pure trust, honesty, decency. We are just a strong, decent couple. And definitely, honesty is one of the biggest things. LaBelle says it's because a few people earn a lot of money through this. I hate them with every atom of my being. Yeah, LaBelle, you're spot on. These are rhetorics and these are things that have been put into universities, put into our young, and they're all feeding off this and they are repeating the same old rhetoric, the same old thing, masculine toxicity, and what's the other one? Misogyny, and this and that and the other. And so they're breaking down the system. They're making young men feel like they're invaluable, feel like they don't deserve to be here because everything men have done is terrible and all the rest of it. And then they're breaking down the family units, they're breaking down everything. So yeah, I hate it all. I really do. CPM, you're going to get banned. What am I going to get banned for? The truth? Well, if they ban me for the truth, yeah, crack on. LaBelle, and this is why that video is so important to watch. It gives tons of ammo against their rhetorics. Yep, Ben Shapiro, Jordan Peterson, loads of them all give you loads of stuff. Future investments, we can hear you, mate. Okay, you're a bit late with that one, future investments. I have been told that you can hear me, but thank you for that. CPM, wish I was still on. We could definitely go get shut down. Yeah, I think when me and CPM talk about this woke rubbish, we're like two. I've said it many times. Two grumpy old men. No, we're not grumpy. We're actually not grumpy. But when it comes to certain subjects, we do sound like two grumpy old men just putting the world to rights. But then, yeah, I don't mind doing that. I don't mind doing that. This is what I love about stackers. They're all pretty much same people. Yeah, I agree. I think with us lot, we've all sort of tried to live our lives in a certain way and guide them in the right way and all that sort of stuff. And so we look at things logically and decently, and we just don't go with the crowd. And you know, I don't know. It just pisses me off. Future investments, right? Cobra and everyone. Everyone in for the chat. I'm off to bed. Been brilliant. Look forward to the next one, Nigel. Future investments. Thank you, brother. Really appreciate you joining. Absolutely brilliant. And I will talk to you soon. And the package is in the post. It went today. I hope you'll get it tomorrow or the day after at the latest. Stephen, future investments is on the whiskey. So am I, bro. It's all good. Lee Proley, Knights, future investments. Stephen says a ta-ta for now, future investments. So that is future investments going off to Benny Boys. Do you have to work tomorrow, FI? Let us know before you go. Okay, so that's the wokeism subject. I could go into depth about that. I don't really want to because I do get a bit wound up with it, like LaBelle does by the sounds of it, and probably like a couple of others. But yeah. So future investment says thanks guys and bye team, and I like that. We are a team. We're building up a really good community here. Really good community of people backing each other and being there for each other and helping each other out. I hope, and that's what I want. That's what I'm gunning for, and so we shall carry on along that line. I hope. Every cloud says latest future investment. Future investment says work. Yes, ha. Bye. LaBelle, German Chancellor, was asked by a young lad who just started an apprenticeship what the situation would be like for pension when he finishes working. Chancellor laughed at him. There's none left. Yeah, pensions. I mean, we had pensions through the national insurance that we paid over here for years. And then they basically said that you won't be getting pensions after a while. And so they made all the companies take out private pensions, and the individuals had to put into it, and the companies had to put into it. So they took it away from the government and away from our national insurance contributions, which they kept, obviously, for the younger generation. And they will get rid of the state pension, from what I can gather. So, yeah, pensions. As Creative Precious Metal says, there's another subject. NGMD, night, all you shiny lovers. NGMD, you're out of here. Thank you, brother. Really appreciate you coming along. Really looking forward to linking up with you at the Coin Show and a load of others. So we will see you soon. I'll probably talk to you in the Silver Forum at some point. You're an absolute gentleman, bro. Thank you very much. Cobrastacker has got his Smurf head laughing again. I thought Cobrastacker was going. Lavelle says most private pension companies gamble the money on the stock market. I don't gamble, but I invest myself. Don't need them, not ever. Well, this is it, Lavelle. This is one of the reasons that I'm doing what I'm doing with my different investments, even with gold and silver. I had my own businesses from 24 years old. I bought my first business. And one of the mistakes I made was that I didn't have a private pension, or I don't know if that was a mistake or not. And so therefore, my gold, my silver, and whatever else I do is towards my pension and my retirement, which I'm hoping won't be too long before I retire. So, yeah, I agree. Crooks. There's a lot of crooks all over the place, and they're all doing their own thing. So, where do we go from here? Labelle says gold and silver may not make you any money, but it won't lose you any, especially gold one. You're absolutely right. We had a massive conversation about this earlier, Labelle. I don't know if you were with us at that time. And it was about gold and silver. Silver, a bit more dodgy, say, than gold. Gold, I absolutely agree. You won't lose any money. You may not make, you may make, but you won't lose any. Silver, I don't know. I looked over the history of 50 years of silver at the prices, and you see where it went from £2, and in 20 years it went up, and then at the end of that 20 years it was back at £2 roughly. So, you know, there are big highs with silver and big lows as well. And over 50 years, it hasn't really done a lot. So there we go. Creative Precious Metals is clapping his hands at the bell, because that is exactly what we were talking about. Gold, absolutely. I feel a lot safer with gold than I do with silver. Stephen says, okay, chaps, I'm off to Discord. You have to tell me about this Discord. Everyone's going on about it. I need to have a look at that. To take the mickey out of my American friend. Good night and God bless you all. Great stream, Cobra. Bro, thank you very much indeed. I am going to look up ST3V3N as your YouTube channel, and hopefully that's the one it is. I will see you over there at some point, and I am going to go over to Discord and find out exactly what that is. I am very, very interested. Creative Fresh Metal says, see you later, Steve. Lavelle, I have a stacking stash and a few collections. Silver prices go up to more than I paid. I sell some of the stacking stash and buy more back when it goes down again. Yeah, absolutely right. That is exactly the way to do it. And this is something that's come up recently in certain conversations that have been had. If you go back and watch the beginning of this video when I post it, you'll get it. But yeah, absolutely right. It's so volatile over years that, you know, when it is at a price which is more than what you paid. So as I said, I paid the average of, let's say, £20, 19, 20, £21 on mine. When it goes higher than that, I would probably do exactly the same, sell a load of it, store the money, or put some of it into gold. And then as it drops again, buy a whole heap more and carry on that cycle. Labelle, you've probably been doing it a lot longer than I have, and so it has worked very well for you. But even at my age, I will look at that sort of way of doing it. Cobrastacker says, do we believe silver prices are cooked in the back doors? Look, Cobrastacker, this is what I was saying about ETFs and paper silver. That's what rules the price on silver. And so, yeah, you know, when we say it's been suppressed and all that lot, you're playing against ETFs when you're looking at the price of silver. So, yeah, it is suppressed in certain ways, but I don't see it going massively high. LaBelle says, no, I haven't. I did when I was younger, then stopped for 20 years. Only recently got back into it. Okay, that's really interesting. But you did do it when you was younger, which was very interesting to know. And then you stopped for 20 years. Well, I've only been doing it for 9 months now. I've learned a hell of a lot in that 9 months, especially what is good and not good to buy. I will be, as I said earlier in this video, coming away from proofs, coming well away from proofs, and sticking to bullion. And still, if there's the odd thing here and there that I really like, I'll buy it. That's what I say now. But with the addictive nature of silver, I'll probably blow all that out the window and just carry on buying. But I want to increase my gold stack for sure. That is a major aim of mine. Okay, so at the moment, I've come to the end of the comments. No, I haven't. Creative Precious Metal says, how much of the lovely whiskey have you had, bro? Well, I drank that glass that I poured in front of you, and then I poured another one. What I have found with this barrel, bro, is it trickles out at a very slow pace. So 2 is the answer to that, bruv. 2 glasses of lovely whiskey. But it's not your shots from the pub of 25ml or 50ml. It's a lot more. Cobrastacker, quickly, why you went away from proofs. Bro, I bought a lot of proofs, and I truly believe now, from whatever little experience I have, and please correct me if I'm wrong, at the moment, the proofs are not doing very well, and that I can understand why, because of the economy. Just very quickly, I'm going to say to Douglas, he says, catch you later, Cobra, good man. I need sleep. Cool to knock off work and join your chat. Keep the stack going. Douglas, thank you very much for joining us. Really, really appreciate it. Cobrastacker, getting back to you. So, what I've found is that people aren't buying proofs at the moment. They're really struggling to sell, which means, let's say, for a 1 ounce silver proof, you paid £100. If you get £100 for it right now, I'd be surprised. Normally, what you find with proofs is you buy it, and if you sell it straight away, you can pull some profit. If you flip it straight off the bat, you can pull some profit on it because the hype is there and everything's there for them. People say about holding your stuff. Well, if you do hold proofs, I have seen proofs that are years old going for a lot less than what they were bought for. For instance, there was a coronation 1 kilo, not a coronation, sorry, a Jubilee 1 kilo silver proof coin that was being sold for £1,200 on the silver forum, and I paid £2,390 for my 1 kilo coronation proof coin. Now, if I don't flip that soon or sell it soon while the hype is still sort of there for the coronation, I don't think it will hold that value. And I think in a few years' time, if I go to sell one of them, I've got 2 of them, I think I'd probably find that people aren't so interested in it. And so proofs, I think you pay a lot of premium on top for something that may not hold it. Whereas bullion, if you're going to lose a little bit, you're going to lose a little bit, and that's only if you sell. Eventually, it will go back up, and you can make your money back on it. So that's just my opinion. I may be wrong. LaBelle says, what do you collect? I collect ancient warriors, legendary warriors, Hindu gods, Durga, the one, horses of the apocalypse, Australian myths and legends. Okay, well, the Queen's Beast was my first lot. The Tudor Beast is my second lot that I am collecting now. Hindu gods 100%. Durga is the first one that I've got. And if more come out, I would really like to collect them. I have got some of the Chi Wu coins and the Z Sin coins. So those are sort of warriors and all that I've got there. I love anything from the Perth Mint apart from the koalas. So yeah, I've got various sort of collections that I've got going on. I've got the Kronos watch faces from Pressburg. Also the equilibriums and the terra coins. So the earth maps and the equilibriums being the yin yangs. I love my kilo coins, kilo silver coins, so plenty of them. I've got quite a variety of things that I collect, but I need to rein it a bit now, Libel, and just curb it, because I had a target of 1,000. I smashed through the 1,000 ounces of silver. I'm on just under 1,600, but I need to concentrate on gold a bit more. So that is the next mission. Darth Stacker says, right, fair enough on proofs. Yeah, that's the way I'm thinking. Every cloud, got to run. Thanks for the chat, Cobra. Look forward to the next one. Every cloud, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it, my friend. And I will talk to you soon. Lebel, the Slavic beastries, I also collect. Yeah, they were very expensive for us, if I remember rightly. If that's the wolf with the front and back being the wolf, and you can put it in an infinity capsule. Lovely, but very expensive for what they are. CPU says, every cloud, see you later. Every cloud says, thank you to CPM. Libel, Cobrastacker, Silver Trader, I'm sure he gets more Durgas, and I know he'll get Eric Bloodaxe, the Legendary Warriors, in again. Yeah, Libel, CPM bought the Durgas from the Silver Trader, and he does chat to him. They're quite friendly, so if more Durgas come in, CPM may pick them up, may not. But I'm interested in making sure that if that is a series that's coming out, I get every one of those coins. So that will be very interesting to see how that one goes. Libel says, night, night, cloud. Transient Stacker, hello. Thank you for joining us. I don't think I've seen you before, but it's an absolute pleasure to have you with us. I don't know how long we're going to be on for. I have basically said that once the battery runs out on my phone, which is filming this, then I will call it a night. We did have CPM, Creative Precious Metals, with us. He has had to go, but he's in the background watching. So Transient Stacker, if you have a subject, put it up and we'll sort of chat about it. We're just generally having a little chit chat, but welcome. Libel Wolf ? The first was the Rusalka. Yeah, I'm not sure which one that is. I'll have to have a look at that one, Libel. Transient arrived a little bit late, I guess. Well, look, you're welcome. It doesn't matter what time you turn up. But we have been going probably around 3 hours, if not a bit longer. So, yeah, we've been going for a little bit. But as I say, welcome. I mean, we're down. People are dropping off slowly now. But as I say, I'll carry on for a little bit more. Darth Stacker, I will definitely not collect Britannias anymore. Too much milk spots, but I am collecting some Silverlight Victorian sets and things like the Queen's Beast. I don't know what silver to stack. Darth Stacker, if you're in England, yeah, Britannias, you're absolutely right with the milk spots. I have got so fed up with the milk spots on Britannias now. I bought a tube the other day, and every one of them had milk spots, and I was gutted. Yeah, it's a hard one. What silver do you get instead? Well, the maple, you're guaranteed not to have any milk spots, not massive premiums on them. And if you're just looking for silver, then yeah, absolutely. Britannias, I like them. One of my favourite coins, in fact. But yeah, when you get the milk spots on them, it's horrible. So if you know that you can get them without getting milk spots, if you're on the silver forum, for instance, and you can ask a question, I would still get them. Rusalka, a mermaid, is the first of the Slavic beastries. I'm not sure if I actually have one of them in the bill. I will have to double check that, but thank you for letting me know. Transient Stacker, 3 hours. Wow. Yeah, look, listen, we sometimes go on for 5 hours. I think me and the Stack Collector did one of these lives and went on for 5 hours. But I will post this tomorrow or day after. So you're more than welcome to have a listen and see if you enjoy it. And then join our next one. You'll be absolutely welcome. We all talk very openly, very honestly, and just say what's on our mind. And we have nice debates, and no one is shamed for saying how they feel about anything. Britannias are nice in gold. Absolutely, they are gorgeous. I think I've got a good 8 or 9 Britannias in 1 ounce gold. Gorgeous, no problem with them at all. But the silvers, yeah, terrible for milk spotting. And as you say in your next comment, Royal Mint is infamous for milk spots, and they absolutely are. It's spread across the world. Everyone knows that they are terrible for milk spotting. Darth Stacker says, I love the Libertads. Yeah, I don't. I'll be totally honest. And that's just a personal opinion. It's not for any reason. I don't actually like them. I don't know why. Weird. But yeah, I have no love for them at all. I know 365, is it? Or, yeah, I think it's 365. Absolutely loves the Libertads. But yeah, not for me. My next goal is to get a Libertad Gold. I'm sure you'll do it, bro. They're out there. I think they're quite limited. I think they limit on the Libertads. Every release has a limited mintage. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one. But I think I heard something like that. I love to get a Libertad. I hear premiums are huge. I think they are, and I think they are just because of what I just said, that they're a limited mintage every time they bring out a coin. But again, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I've got a feeling I'm right about that one. Just lighting a cigarette there. The bell says, Darth Stacker, whatever you do, don't do a review of one. Apparently, she is not sufficiently dressed. Yeah, very funny, Lavelle. I think you know what's going on with that one, but I know you're referring to 365 being apparently banned for doing a review of a Libertad. And as you say, I'll keep it very civil and say, apparently, she's not sufficiently dressed. But yeah, I think, Lavelle, you know exactly what's going on there. So we'll leave that one there. Darsaka, very limited and they are expensive. Yeah, then in that case, if it was just stacking you're doing, I probably wouldn't stack them because they may be expensive now, but will they always be expensive? Same sort of thing with the ASE, American Silver Eagle. They went really high in price. They may settle, they may go back down, and then all the people who have paid that extra premium for the American Silver Eagle will find that they are not getting their money back when they come to sell, maybe in 5 years or 10 years. So if the premiums are really high, I personally wouldn't buy them right now. But that is every individual's choice. Darth Stacker, well, strong I am with the force, but not that strong. Fair enough. Lavelle says, yes, so stupid. If you think what you can find, what one, sorry, don't quite get that. Yeah, so stupid. If you think what you can find one YouTube, LOL. Okay, not quite sure what that meant, but maybe you can elaborate. Wow. Well, my mouth is getting extremely dry from just chatting. On, not one. Yeah, so stupid. If you think what you can find on YouTube. Oh yeah. Okay. I get it now. I get it. Yeah, he'll be back on hopefully in a week or week and a half or so, and then he'll give you some breaking news. That's all I can say, Gabriel. That's all I can say. So, guys, how long have we been going for? Who can actually tell me the actual time we have been going for? I'll tell you. Hang on one moment. Right, let me wheel across. 183 minutes. So 61:20. Yeah, 3 hours. 3 hours and 3 minutes. Let's move that to there and give you a little cobra and a little bit of smoke and fire and green stuff. There you go. Darth Stacker, I love this live. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. I'm really enjoying it as well, just sort of chatting with you guys, because as I read each comment, I just reply to them, and that can either lead into a longer conversation or a shorter one. And when certain people then go onto the woke subject, an angry one. But there you go. But yeah, no, it's a great live. And when CPM was with us, I think he really enjoyed it as well because it's, oh, there you go. Because it was new for him. It's the first time he's done a live. And literally, he found that where you're answering the questions and all that, it is really good. Creative Precious Metal says, yeah, glad you liked it, Cobrastacker. Libelle says, it's cozy here. I appreciate that. And that's what I want. I want us just to be comfortable, chat away and have a laugh. Transient Stacker, you have a nice studio. Thank you very much, Transient Stacker. I hope you've watched some of my videos, and I hope if you haven't, you will watch some. I've managed to set up a nice little thing, and you can see from my very early videos that it wasn't such a nice setup. But yeah, I've got some new fandangled little things, and the studio's developing, and we get some nice sets out of it and some really nice videos. So yeah, thank you for that, my friend. Appreciate that. Okay, come on, someone give me a subject now. It's got so cozy in here that you're all falling asleep. And I need to reply to a message. I'll have a sip of whiskey while you're doing that. And then I'll probably get about 5 or 6 messages all come at once because you're all desperately typing away on your keyboards now to give me something to chat about. That's model. That model. Which model, bruv? Creative Precious Metal says that model. Libelle, what are your next plans? My next plans in what way? Gold and silver? Or videos? Or what? In which way are you talking about next plans? Not quite sure what you mean. In life? In stacking? Oh, in gold and silver. Okay, my next plans, as I say, there's a video I'm going to put out tomorrow. And in that video, it will sort of tell you what I'm looking at. I don't know if I'll stick exactly to it, but I want to reduce my silver down to 1,000 ounces. So probably sell off 600 ounces of silver. I will probably get rid of the proofs that I have. And then I'll carry on collecting sets if I'm collecting sets. But in general, keep it to about 1,000. And then the money that I get out of that, I want to put into gold. And I would like to get to 50 ounces of gold. I'm at about 22 at the moment. So that's my goals, that's my plans. I think I will break a bit of the rules on silver, as in I will get rid of the proofs and I will bring the stack down. So anything that I don't feel fits into my collection or stack, I will sell. But I also know what I'm like. I am addicted to silver. So I will be more careful with what I buy, but I will carry on with silver. Cobrastacker says, what about silver numismatics? Yeah, again, just looking into the way the economy is and the way people are, this is not the time for me to get numismatics. I have got some beautiful coins, some really expensive ones, but I don't think I'll go full hog into that. I'm not a full-on collector like that. I'm not intending to hold my stack or collection forever. This is something, again, we were chatting on before. I will hold it for a certain amount of time. And when the price is right, I will happily sell it. Creative Precious Metals in your screen behind the snake. Ah, the Running Man. Is that what you're talking about? I got that Running Man, and hang on, I'm gonna move the snake so you can see it better. Yeah, it's actually an art man or something they call it, and you can put it into any position you want. And the reason I put it into a running sort of man was the way we run to anything we learn about, like silver and gold, or we run away from things all the time, just by what we see sometimes on YouTube. So you know, if an influencer suddenly tells us, yeah, you got to buy gold, a lot of us could rush into gold and rush into silver or rush into Bitcoin or rush into anything. And we're always running for the next best thing. And I think sometimes we need to be careful. And that is why I put that man in the position of a running man. So, yeah, I like that model as well. And I think he'll be popping his little head up in many of my videos. If I don't set him on fire with the smoke first. Okay, so there we go. Where are we? That was the last one from Creative Precious Metals. So yeah, numismatics. No, not really for me. I'm going to stay away from them until the economy's better, people are in a better position, and they can afford to buy them if they want to buy them. If people out there can't afford them, then I have no exit plan with them. I've got no way of getting rid of them if I needed to. Lebel says, my favourite coin of all time is the old German 5 Deutschmark coin. It contains 7 grams of silver and weighs 11.2 grams in total. So it's still around 5 DM worth today. But I might have actually, thinking about that, I think I saw one recently on someone's video or on Instagram, on one of the coin photos on Instagram. I'll have to take a look at one of them. I'm not overly keen on what they call junk silver. It's not junk silver, it's just not pure silver, say, in a coin. I'm not overly keen on it. I don't know why. I mean, I've got gold, which is 22 karat gold. But again, I prefer 24 karat gold. And in the same way, I prefer pure silver to sterling silver or any other derivative of silver. The bill, they had to pull it out of circulation in 1974 when the silver price hit 40 Deutschmark. It is also known as the Silberadler. Okay, so probably because the silver price got so high, they had to put it. I don't. Yeah, probably. If the silver price went high and it had such a large content of silver in it, its face value was no longer worth what the coin was worth. The coin was worth more for its silver value, I suppose. I just collect them for sentimental reasons, and that's fair enough, Libel. I get that totally. I'd like a full run from 1951 until 19. Sorry, I've got a little heart-shaped thing on my messages which blocks what that is. And one of each of the 4 mints. Wow, well, that will probably be a fair amount to pick up. 1974 has just gone up. So 50, 60, 70, 23 years by 4. Yeah, you're looking at 92 coins. Yeah, nice if you can do it. Yes, exactly. That's why, Cobra, the face value would have been far below the silver value. Yeah, I get that totally. And so they'd want their silver back. They wouldn't want it out there circulating for a lower value than the actual value of the coin. And they'd want their silver back because they were going to gain from it. Amazing. And that's how things change. And if you look at our coins now, they're all nickel and cupro nickel and all that sort of stuff. We don't actually have much else. On favourites, the Greek tetradrachm. I managed to get one from 413 BC. It was expensive, but it was the first on in the global coins, as it went well beyond Greece. Okay, that's very, very interesting. Have you slabbed it? Can it be slabbed? Have you slabbed it? NGC, anything like that? I mean, 413 before Christ. If you don't mind me asking, what did you pay for that? And what is the condition like? And would you get it graded or slabbed? I think it might be worth it. That's a very, very, very old coin. Ah, there you go. No, but I will. Yeah, I definitely think it's worth doing. Look, how many of them are around, you reckon, now? Probably not that many. It says 413 BC on the coin itself. It's a fact. Yeah, I mean, how can it say 413 BC? Because before Christ, they wouldn't have known about Christ. Yeah, well, what's the point of getting it graded, bro, if it's a fake? Don't bother. No, that's Libel saying that it says 413 BC, which is quite funny in itself, and saying it's a fake. But if it's not a fake, and it's 413 to 400, as Darth Stacker has just said, definitely get it graded. Look, there won't be many of them out there. I wouldn't have thought. I might be wrong. I don't know nothing about it. But I would definitely get that graded and put into a slab so it's safe and secure. And yeah, you never know. Just worth doing, I think. I have talked to Gold Digger Dave about slabbing my 1 kilo coronation proof coin. Very, very expensive coin. I want it slabbed because there's only 200 of them in the world, which I think is immense. And as I say, I have 2 of them, but it was very, very expensive. So yeah, I am looking at slabbing one of them. Just like another cigarette, guys. The battery on the phone did come up and say 5% or 10% or whatever. So as I say, if it does turn off, then I do want to make sure you all understand how thankful I am that you have stuck with me for all this time and given me great conversation and creative precious metals as well while he was with us. So I do want to thank you all. So if it suddenly ends and I disappear, I don't want you lot thinking, that was a bit rude. But that's not how it was. If you get it slabbed, you could use it as a coaster. Ha ha. Even if I get it slabbed, it's still worth a hell of a lot of money. And I wouldn't even let the plastic get bloody scratched or damaged or use it as a coaster. But yeah, it's big enough for that, no doubt. Darth Stacker, I'll do a YouTube on it. I just need more time to start my channel. I only have mute videos now. Bro, when you say you need more time, why do you need more time? In the way of, when I was looking at starting my channel, a lot of the stuff I watched said, look, just start it. The hardest thing is starting it because you're nervous about it, you think you're not ready, it's not going to be good enough. And once you start, you develop yourself very quickly in getting better and better at making videos. And once you start, it's just a roller coaster, it just carries on. But to just sort of say, well, I need more time. Why do you need more time? If you're busy, if you're working and that's why, then that's a different matter. But otherwise, I would say to you, bro, start, just do it. You know what I mean? You'll really enjoy it. You really will enjoy it. Okay. Yeah, so that's where we are. So I don't think we're going to have very long left. We still have 8 viewers, which is absolutely amazing. Libel says, Darth Stacker, jot a few pointers down, then you won't lose your trail of thought. Darth Stacker says, work, study, family, the usual stuff. Yeah, absolutely. I do get it. I still run my business. I have my missus and my family. So I'm still working, not studying anymore. But the benefit I have got is I rarely sleep. I do sleep. I sleep on average 3 to 4 hours a day. Sometimes I'll have longer, like yesterday I had a very long day. I was absolutely exhausted and I had a good night's sleep. But in general, I'm up at night. And so I can do videos in the middle of the night, which is beneficial to me. So yeah, I get it, bro. If you haven't got time, that's one thing, because it does take a lot of time. CPM will tell you the same. It does take a lot of time. And then if you want to build it into something, then you have to constantly put out videos, and that can be hard. So the old smoke machine again. I'm loving it. So I do have to adjust it. So I've got some distance between the smoke machine and what I'm showing, and I have to learn how to control the smoke better and the lighting. But as I say, I've got it 5 minutes before we went live, and I just had to have it set up and giving me a bit of smoke. So there you go. Right, so where are we? Someone talk to me. CPM, you can help me by carrying on the conversations. As long as Mrs. CPM hasn't sort of murdered you, which I'm sure she hasn't. But I get it why she was pissed off. I had the same thing. So where are we? Where are we? Come on, guys, give me something. We had the man, the running man, and the reasons for it. Don't forget, if you like those coin display cases, they are from the Coin Collective, and you can go and visit them. If you like them and you want to order anything off the Coin Collective, they do ship internationally. In the discount code, type in Cobra and you get 5% off. Creative Precious Metal says, I'm asleep. Well, wake up, bro. You need to back me. You know, I need that little bit of support. No, that's cool. If you're going to sleep, that's fine. I will be up for a bit. I'm going to finish this one in a bit. I will release that other video probably first thing in the morning, which I filmed just before this live. And then I will release this the day after, which will be Thursday. And then Friday we have Stackers News Weekly. I don't know if any of you have seen that, and I hope you enjoy that. And that gives us a little feedback on other creators' content that they've put out for the week, also the price of gold and silver and where that's gone in the last week, and a few other little bits and pieces. So that will come out on Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday, we'll see what happens. See if I've got some other videos for you. So there you go. All right, everyone is going very quiet on me. We had 91 viewers, or views, shall we say. So that's 91 people that popped in. We still have 7 people with us, so I really appreciate you guys. Lebel says, there would be no way I'd display my coins. Only takes one workman or anyone visiting to see them and blab. Now, I agree. Libel, when I say one for creators. When you display your coins as a creator in these sort of slabs, you can zoom right into them and explain a coin and all that without it moving around while you're holding it in your hand and you trying to focus and all that. So they're very good for that. And also, if you had a couple of silver coins in a set that you just wanted to have in a cupboard as a little display, which doesn't show that you collect as such, but you know, you could put them in there and they look really nice, and people wouldn't necessarily associate silver coins in there as a big stacking or collecting thing. But I totally get it. You wouldn't have your silver and gold especially on display all the time and all your coins out there. But if there was one particular coin you really liked and you wanted it out there, they look good in these cases, is all I'm saying. And for creators, it's absolutely brilliant. So we're down to 6 viewers, which means someone logged out without saying night, which means someone logged out who probably didn't say hello in the first place and was just in the background having a little watch, which is all good. There are people who like to just join in and watch and enjoy the conversation, and that's welcome as well. Right, I think we're really coming to the end of it. Darth, you mean 5? No, I've got it as 6. Oh, concurrent viewers. I don't know what that means. Well, I know what concurrent means, don't get me wrong. But what does it mean, concurrent viewers? I'll go sleep as well. Some people can't comment because they don't have or don't want a Google account. Okay, fair enough, Bill. Yeah, I get that one. Look, either way, even if they're watching and they're enjoying it and you know, they enjoy the conversations, that's good enough for me. Darstacker's just given me his Smurfy laughy face again. Guys, you know what? I've really enjoyed this live, both with CPM and doing it like this. And for the fact that some of you said like it was cozy in there, and just reading out the messages and chatting directly with you guys, it's really good. So if you want, I will try and do this regularly, shall we say, every Tuesday night. Same time, same place. What do you reckon? If you're up for that, let me know. And as much as possible, I will do it every Tuesday. Let me know what you think on that one. And I may have Creating Precious Metals with me, or Stack Collector, or Future Investments, or anyone who wants to join me. Or I may just do it on my own if there's no one around, and just chat to you guys as you comment. Tell me what you think on that one. Tell me before the battery runs out on my phone, though, so I know. Right, Darth Stacker. Right, this was really good. Good night, and see you next Tuesday. Yeah. Do you know what that means? I know what that means. I'm not going to make any comment, but he spelled it S-E-E. So we'll take that as a good thing. Yes, hopefully I will do another one on Tuesday. And Darth Stacker, thank you very much indeed, brother. You've really been involved, and that really helps as well. And yeah, I will see you next Tuesday. Nice. Okay, guys. Are you taking footage of that coin show? Yes, I would like to, Libel. One, we're going to do a face reveal. So myself and the Stack Collector will be doing a face reveal at the coin show. So you will see what we look like properly. And yes, I would like to take footage of it if we can. If not, I may have a hidden camera and take some footage anyway. But yeah, just to show you guys what the stalls are like, what the show is like. I don't see any harm in that. And I want to see what mints come down to the show as well. Apparently there are going to be some stalls which will have mints there. So yes, I will be taking footage of the coin show. Definitely. And as I say, the big face reveal for me and the Stack Collector as well. So there you go. All right, guys. I think I should call it. We have been going for 3.5 hours. I have thoroughly enjoyed this one. I really want to thank you all very, very much. And anyone who was here before, if you watch this later on, thank you for being here earlier. We've had a load of new people in here, which was absolutely brilliant. I was really, really happy with that. And I thank you all. And if you are new and you have joined us for the first time, please check out the videos on Creating Precious Metals and on my channel, Cobrastacker. And I hope you enjoy them. And if you do, please like, share, and subscribe. Libel, thank you so much. You are always amazing when you come on. A wealth of knowledge, great conversations. And I hope you will join us if I do this on a regular every Tuesday. That will be amazing. So thank you very much. Creative Precious Metals, if you're still there, brother, thank you so much for joining me earlier on and being in this. And if you're asleep, night night, my friend. And I will talk to you probably tomorrow at some point. Out of the 5 viewers who are still left, I believe 5, or it might have dropped down to 3 now. My computer is sort of lagging a bit, so it tells me there's 5. Well, if there's 3, that's Libel, myself, and CPM, who's fallen asleep, maybe Darth Stacker. Guys, thank you very much indeed. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of your time. And I will see you soon in my videos. And I will see you soon on the next live. Guys, this is the Cobrastacker signing out of the Cobra's Den.